She take my money when I'm in need. Yes, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger and way over town. That digs on me.
Hey, ladies and jerks and chat.
Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome to a
Hope
stream
you brought
we
your
never
Bibles.
wanted to do. Yes, like I said, welcome to the stream that nobody ever wanted to do.
Yeah, if anybody believes that this is something that we're doing because we want to do it or because we're vindictive, then you're very much mistaken. None of us have ever wanted this day to come. But unfortunately, here we are.
The cat's out of the bag.
Well said.
Their hand was forced.
So who wants to start us off?
Well, I guess we should start with a timeline of events here. All right, so we have had an enormous response to a couple of our community posts. We were advised by someone to seek out people who want to speak against certain creators involving a certain split with a certain YouTube dynamic duo. That led to something else. We have gotten all kinds of stories. A lot of them we can't mention because people don't want them out. Cindy was outed today.
And that's why people
in the
don't
middle
want to tell
of the
the
night.
stories.
Yes, in the middle of the night. And nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Someone saw a community post that was about multiple people and got paranoid and thought it was about them. So let's start with the timeline of events, shall we? Monday evening, right? Cindy, the godmother to all. Justin, yes, mother to all, beloved by many.
And before we start this, can I make one thing very clear? There will be no comments about Cindy in the chat.
Better not.
We are very open to other people having different points of view. And, you know, we like a good troll. That doesn't matter. But we're talking about somebody here who is currently not very well at all and whose child is in a very difficult situation and is very ill. So if you've got something negative that you want to say, take it somewhere else. We're not having any comments about Cindy. And if that's a problem for you, I'm sorry, but I am not being the cause of somebody that I love dearly ending up in the hospital. Okay? So you're just going to have to wear it.
No,
I think
hide
she
them.
made herself clear. Yep. Not today. It won't happen today. Nope.
Yeah, just hide them. So anyway, yeah, she has amazing focus.
Should we do the Harley health report real quick?
Yes. Harley health report before we get started. We're all freaking sick. Harley has COVID. Again.
Yes, I do.
She did not mean the cough in y'all's ear. It comes on suddenly.
I tried to mute.
Yeah,
Harley
she tried.
is hearing impaired. She can't hear anything in the background. All she hears is what she hears through the through the stream, whatever. Yeah, her earbuds. My mind's like all over the place here because I have a freaking notebook full of shit and I don't even know where to start with it.
Yeah,
so
and
anyway,
Lolita is also ill.
Yes.
The idea that we're all suddenly conveniently ill is absolute bullshit. We have had serious issues going on back here for months, years in a couple of cases. So the idea that we are conveniently ill to upset Ziggy and not be around is absolute bullshit. We've all dragged ourselves here tonight because this needs dealing with.
Yes, you were all on the phone with me last night and I was throwing up in my car because I had nowhere to pull over on the highway. That was freaking
Right.
gross. Anyway,
Yeah, we were just hoping you'd get home safe so you can get in bed.
that was the freaking worst. And I did, and I went to bed, and all hell freaking broke loose at 3:00 in the morning. But no, I'm fine. I'm not sick. I don't have COVID. It started with a migraine. I don't know what the hell. I feel woozy today, but I'm fine. I'm shaking on the inside.
I just want to make a point of saying also that we were never going to bring this public because we wanted to protect Cindy from exactly what's happening right now.
Never going to be spoken about, period. But our hands were kind of forced here. So Monday night, I have been shaking inside. I've said this to you guys every night, like my insides are shaking.
Yes.
My insides are fucking shaking. Monday night. All right, this past Monday, I get a text message from Cindy to call her. She's distressed. So I call Cindy, and I don't remember how it started. Her son was in the hospital. She has all this stuff going on. She was at a funeral that day. She thought she had a heart attack. She took 2 nitro and a baby aspirin because she was having chest pain. Her son, who she's very close to, is in the hospital with bleeding in his brain. And Harley, is it right if I mute you, hon? For now. Oh, Harley is muted. All right. Anyway,
somebody's breathing.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
So anyway, where was I? Yeah, she calls. She's upset, and she brings up the fact that she loaned money. Oh, can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I thought I couldn't hear anything. I thought I lost my connection here.
We muted.
She, that's probably why. All right. So anyway, she was upset. She loaned a great deal of money to Ziggy to buy a car. And she has not heard from Ziggy since she loaned the money. She had many concerns. It wasn't a loan of money. If it was a loan of money, it probably wouldn't have been such a big deal. But what was concerning, and I said to her, listen, we need to get the others on, and I need you to tell them this, because I did not know how to advise her. I was just gobsmacked. I don't know why I was gobsmacked. When you hear it, you'll be gobsmacked. So she said, okay. So we all got on how we do our voice calls, our group calls. And the night, I believe Ziggy was not stranded. She ordered a U-Haul truck, and she had to wait a half hour for them to bring it. She was hyperventilating. She called Cindy and asked if she could help her financially to buy a car. And Cindy didn't have money to give her. All Cindy had was a credit card with a $7,500 limit, a high interest credit card through Venmo. That was all she had to offer. Now, if anybody has known Cindy and have seen her in chats, you know Cindy. Okay, Cindy she has a million health problems. She has things in her life that make her depressed. The woman is in a constant state of depression. She's a little bit of a manic spender, but that's how depressed people are. Okay, we all know better. We know if we have a problem, we do not ever mention it in front of Cindy, because what does Cindy do? Cindy's a fixer.
Nope.
All right. She wants to right away. Pearl was roasting over the summer.
Yes,
in an apartment.
I foolishly made the comment that I was so hot and explained the situation in the UK, which is we have homes that are built to keep the heat in. We don't have air conditioning. And of course, Cindy being Cindy immediately wants to buy me an air conditioning unit. And I'm like, no, darling, that's not why I mentioned it. I was just sharing my experience of the fact that, oh my God, it's boiling over here. It was in no way a request, and then I felt concerned because I felt like I'd slighted her by not accepting such a generous offer. But I know Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Cindy would do anything for anyone. And I know better than to take advantage of her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how anybody who knows Cindy cannot see the same thing. Anyway, carry on, Lolita.
Right. That's the whole purpose why we know better, because Cindy's
She
a
helps
fixer.
everyone all the time.
Yes, and I will have no part of it. Love the woman like she's my mother, like she gave birth to me. Will not take a penny from her. We should be doing for Cindy, not the other way around. So when Cindy tells us that she has a high interest credit card with a $7,000 balance, a $5,000 cash advance taken right off the bat, we're concerned. Plus an additional $300 that had to be sent, because I'm assuming if you take a $5,000 cash advance, that's going to lock the card for a day or two. So she had to send an additional $300 the same night the $5,000 cash advance was taken. So no contact has been made. Just a random text. Hey, are you mad at me? Hey, I'm sorry to ask you this now. It's a bad time, but did that card have a PIN number? What the actual fuck? Would you be pissed?
And when was that message sent?
Monday night. Well, no, that was sent Wednesday. Does this card have a PIN? Was sent Wednesday. Monday night was when we were all on the call and jaws open. Tuesday, I was in trouble with my husband the whole day because I kept forgetting to do the most random shit. My head was all over the place because I was consumed. Like, what the hell are we going to do? Okay, so we have $7,500 on a very high interest credit card. Okay, the minimum payment in the beginning alone is going to be over $300. Do you know how quickly those credit cards rack up interest? The purchase interest charge on those credit cards alone is like $120 a month. Cash advance interest is double. So that's going to be $15,000. Yeah, right, Eliza. It was no tiny loan. Okay. Rational people don't do this. This is stuff that crackheads do to get a quick buck. All right. They take out $5,000 cash advances. And that's not the only thing. It's, we always say on here that we don't judge single actions. We judge patterns of behavior. Okay. Patterns of behavior. Look back over the course of a year with Ziggy. This time last year, she needed money to move out. She wanted to move away from Jim. November, December, January, it was money for the Tennessee trip. Then there was no income because of the whole 6-up Tiffany Marie coming for her. Jim was paying the bills, right? There were sales and raffles, but I guess if money was so easily made, why would you not do that all the time? Why would you have to scramble? It's just a pattern. If you look over the last year or so, Cindy has been milked in sales. She buys out every sale. The raffle. How many raffle tickets? Cindy wanted to buy raffle tickets for all the mods in the raffle. Do you remember? How many mods were raffle tickets bought for? Mods that haven't even been around in months. Raffle tickets were bought for. Yes, Eliza.
We know it was well over 20. And how much were the tickets?
I don't even remember. I think they were $5 a piece.
But I think it was closer to like 100 mods.
Yeah, it was. It was. And I remember there were mods that haven't been around in 6 months that raffle tickets were bought for. Matt Willis was bought a raffle ticket. He actually won, I think. Scott H was bought a raffle ticket. Like, I mean, really. So anyway, yeah. So Cindy comes and completely buys out all these sales. To me, that's milking it because, when Cindy comes, she's gonna do what Cindy does. So, wait, where's that comment? Been waiting for this. Finally, the truth will prevail. Yeah, well, here it is. So I'm all over the place here because there's just so much to try to remember. June. The Tennessee trip in June for the vigil was sponsored by an unnamed donor who paid for the Airbnb, the really cushy Airbnb. It was witnessed a large envelope being passed to her by an unnamed donor.
Witnessed directly by somebody who is on this panel and who I trust absolutely, to be honest, the most honest person I know, to the point of, please be less honest. I can't deal at the moment.
Yes.
The most honest person.
Yes, Carol and Cindy dropped $250 on Dolly's Turtle Island to save Ziggy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about that. She sure did. Yeah.
Exactly. And doesn't this indicate to you that this is somebody who is, yes, good-hearted, but also has moments in the day when she's not thinking straight?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why none of us.
Yeah, I'm not dropping 250 to save Ziggy from the fake island.
But that's just how it. Does everybody understand why we don't mention stuff like that in front of Cindy? You know, my Xterra, the exhaust is obliterated, and I just put a brand new one on in 2019. I know better than to say that in front of Cindy, because what's Cindy gonna do? She is going to be like, "Oh my God, no."
And let's just be honest, Ziggy knows what Cindy's going to do.
Everybody knows. The entire internet has been commenting on it for freaking months.
I've watched
people come into sales.
Yes, Cindy.
They come into sales and say, "Oh, I would love to buy, but I have nothing," knowing Cindy will buy them something.
Yeah.
People come into the chats and get friendly with Cindy in order to then try and tap her up for money. And we're like little guard dogs. We keep an eye out to see who it is. I don't recognise this name. We're suddenly very friendly to Cindy. Keep an eye on them. We all know. Ziggy knows.
What about also when Ziggy is doing a sale and she has an item and she says, "Oh, I'm going to wait till Cindy's here."
Yeah, is Cindy here?
Is Cindy?
Right.
Yeah.
Is Cindy here yet?
For the $200 perfume.
For anyone thinking, well,
if Cindy loves you, she loves you with her whole heart. She'll do anything for you.
And another thing, for anybody thinking, well, she shouldn't have done it. No, that's not exactly how that goes.
Maybe somebody shouldn't have taken it. Somebody shouldn't take. Somebody should know better.
Just because you can take, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know better.
Lip lock. Nobody's going to force you to do anything, darling.
No.
If you don't feel comfortable here, that's fine. I never thought that I would see the day when I would be saying anything. I have got a negative reputation because I've always given Ziggy the benefit of the doubt. Always.
Yeah.
And I didn't care that people thought that of me. I was quite happy. But eventually, when somebody else that you also love is taken advantage of so badly, and you know that they're hanging on by a thread with everything else that's going on in their life. Yes, I know. Believe me, I know Ziggy's in a bad spot. I know that she's deeply upset, but I'll put it to you this way. If you had somebody who was in grief and they were driving a car and somebody else that you loved was in the passenger seat and they were just behaving recklessly, wouldn't you do something? Well, this car is financial. It doesn't matter that Ziggy is in grief. What matters is that she's acting in a way that is dangerous to both of them. And anybody who gives a damn should try and see that. If you think that this is just a situation with Cindy, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
if you think that we're speaking out of spite, again, I don't know what to tell you.
She brought it to the forefront. We had no choice because I was Ziggy's mod. I am Cindy's friend, and that's the end of it.
Amen.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's hard to tell a grown woman how she should spend her money. We struggled with that for months, and I would always say, Cindy, hey, chill. A couple people have said, we've warned her how people seek people out in chats and they see who spends and then they try to follow them from chat to chat, but that's not even the whole thing. This whole pattern that we're speaking of here, okay, Jim has been paying everything for the last year. So if there's no income to pay rent, that an unnamed donor had to lend you money for October even, how is a car payment going to be made? Full coverage insurance, rent, utilities, everything else, and a high interest credit card. That
somebody has bad background noise. Does somebody have the TV on?
I can't tell where it's coming from. There, it's gone now.
That's okay. Not me.
It's
oh, I know. Harley, I think it's you, man.
I know.
Okay.
Poor Harley. She can't catch a break. So yeah, it's the whole pattern of just, if money was
Harley.
I'm to get off of here. Hold, I'm trying. It won't go away.
I'm sorry, hon.
Oh my God.
Poor thing.
Maleficent. This whole 6-Up, we knew that was coming. 6-Up is so different from Cindy. We will not even dare compare the two. You will not insult Cindy like that. 6-Up's issue with Ziggy was over a trip to Tennessee. I think you might want to reference back to Just the Receipts. She did a video on this. It had nothing to do with money. 6-Up didn't even give her money. So
6-Up is a dangerous obsessive who believes that she has a right to judge every single person on this platform. She tried to destroy Cam and Ali. She very quickly gets involved in any situation that she can make a little bit of reputation off. She tried to have an audit channel. That fell on its arse. Then she tried to get into true crime. That's fallen on its arse because she can't behave herself and she tries to destroy people. And now she's trying to hook onto the whole tragedy pimps bandwagon. The day that I defend 6-Up and say 6-Up is right is the day you can cart me up to the loony bin.
Baby, you just failed. And even your tragedy pimp bandwagon, check them views out. They suck, don't they? You are just somebody who's constantly clinging on to whatever is new. You constantly want to be offended. See your way out of here. Go on. Don't bring that bitch up again in here.
No, there were plenty of things that were defensible, like the raffle. Yeah, you know what? It never was for the lady in the electric bill. She came right out and said, hey, this is for me to pay my bills. And people ran with it. We defended it because, hey, you know, at the end of the day, it was her product. Like, why can't you do that all the time? Because there isn't a Cindy in every crowd to come buy it out. If money was that easily made, there wouldn't be a need for Jim.
Does anybody think Cindy needed all that crap? Who thinks Cindy bought all that product because she wanted all that stuff?
Who the hell is Karina?
And Cindy's on panel here. Cindy wanted to say something. Yes, Cindy does need a hug.
Hey guys, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hey,
darling,
Cindy.
we can hear you.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey,
I see.
First, I want to say that I do love Ziggy, and I've been with her since the beginning. I have been on Ziggy's best side. I always try to help her. I do send her super chats. That's my business. I don't ask. I don't do it to gloat. I don't do it for taps on the back. I do it because she has a daughter. And Ziggy is a good person, and I don't want anybody to get mad at her or dislike her. I don't. Very first time I ever talked to Ziggy on the phone was when she was having the meltdown at the U-Haul place, and I was beside myself. And I don't even know who called who. I don't even know, so I'm not gonna say because it would be a fib. I would have done anything I could to help her, and I'm not sorry that I lent her that money. I'm not, and I never asked her for the money. So whoever is saying that I want it paid in full is just a fucking lie, because I never said that. I didn't feel abused by Ziggy until I found something else out, and that's not my place to speak on it. When I was told that, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? So, yep, I did tell it. I told it to my girls right here on this panel and some more, and they are my friends, and they watch out for me. I'm 65, I'm elderly, but I'm not old, and I have my own money. I didn't even know what the interest rate was on this credit card at all. I just got it. It sat there, and she needed money, and I said, here, take this. That's all. I didn't say anything else to her about it. But when somebody went in Ziggy's chat and told her, and I wasn't even in that chat, I had to rewatch it because I was told about it, and told her that my son had a brain bleed, and she just like kept going right over it. And no, it's not about the money. Even if I didn't lend her $1, it's about, I've been with her for over a fucking year. You know? Have some sense. Call me. You know? End the fucking live. That's what I would have done. You know, if I would have known that little Ziggy had a brain bleed, I would have picked the phone right up. Even if I got her voicemail, I would have. And that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So, did she really, really ask me how my son was? Yeah. But she just called me today only because somebody said something to her about what she was doing. So that's the last phone call I got from her. Okay. And I talked to her when I lent her the money. So does me and Ziggy talk on the phone? No, we don't. You know? And I'm not saying I'm poor because I'm not. But you know what? My significant other doesn't even know about this. Okay?
Right.
So I'm sneaking it.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I don't care. And you know what? Everybody record this. I don't care if she doesn't pay me a fucking dime. You hear me? Mm-hmm. I don't care. Because it doesn't mean money is not important to me. That's why I spend it. That's why I spend it on people who I love. I don't care. But for her to go live today and put this out there, and for people in her chat who I love to doubt me in any way, like I was asking for it all at one time, or I was trashing Ziggy or whatever. You know what? I'm shocked.
That never
That
happened.
really, really hurts. And you know what? And I'm the type of person, you hurt me once, There ain't no coming back. And there isn't. And I know who said shit about me in that chat today. And I do. And also in comments.
Do you think that they may not have known the whole story, so they were maybe misled?
Well, number one, Ziggy mentioned my name.
That's true. Yeah, that's
okay.
True.
So she did mention my name. And for people to come back and say, oh, so she lent you the money and now she wants it all back. And then saying something, I don't have a leg to stand on in a court of law. I mean, what the fuck?
You weren't
That was never even brought up.
Right.
You know, and for Ziggy to go live about this, so what? I didn't answer the phone when she wanted me to. My son is still sick. Yeah. He still has a brain bleed. He still has swelling. Something wrong with his left side. He texts me and it don't make sense. I'm not worried about money, Ziggy, or nothing. You know?
Exactly.
I'm just hurt. I'm just really, really hurt. That all the people who know me, you know what? And Ziggy's not the only one that I give to. I give to other ones. You know? I give to Doug. I give to Doug, and people hate Doug. But you know what? If it's a good story, I'm going to give you money. I give to Purple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So just stop with it. Yeah. You know, before anybody goes out and says shit, you know, until you know the whole entire truth, just stop.
And the pain in her voice right now is why we did not take this public.
Yeah,
this is disgusting.
Never going to see
I'm
the
so
light
pissed.
of day.
I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this.
We
None of us
stood on
did.
this in secret.
See,
for the people in the chat talking about age, we're talking about a legal definition of what is considered elder. I'm 57, coming 58, and I don't consider myself old. We're talking about legal definitions here. Just as most 18-year-olds, I would consider questionable as adults. Nevertheless, the law recognises them as adults.
And
At
she's
65,
a vulnerable
you're an elder
person.
Ziggy did bring it public.
And Ziggy brought it public. Let's remember that. Nobody over here said anything. Cindy didn't say anything. Ziggy went live this morning, as she often does, hysterical, acting a damn fool, and made this very public. Now here we are.
You see, what really worries us about this?
And according to Ziggy, AB is an ass for keeping the secrets, so we're tired of it.
Yep, we decided we weren't going to be accused of keeping a secret like that.
We're not keeping the secrets.
Yeah.
The concern is not necessarily that of there being a loan. It's the fact that now credit is involved. Now that is worrying to us, because where does that end?
If you can't pay your rent, how are you going to pay your rent, your car payment, your car insurance, and pay people back that you borrowed large amounts of money from?
And
tell me how that happens.
If somebody gives you a loan, and that's money that they have available at that moment, I consider that very different to something that's taken off a card. I just do, because the roll up on that can be phenomenal. I mean, we all know.
And something else I want to say is, Ziggy was going to ask me for, I don't even know how much she was going to ask me for, but she also said that she was going to ask a couple other people. And I just said, no, I will give it all to you, or whatever. I didn't even say an amount. I said, I have this credit card right here. And I still today don't even know what the interest rate on it, but it's definitely going to be high because she took a cash advance. I am not talking bad about Ziggy. Ziggy put this out here first, okay? And I have to protect my own self of how it really went down, okay? These girls on this panel want to protect me because they think I'm their mother. And I am, because I tell them so. So I just went.
We've all been good friends. That's why you came to us.
But I just want everybody to know that I gave Ziggy all the money because I didn't want her to owe a whole bunch of other people. I have never once, the bill's not even due yet. I never went to her and said, give it to me now or whatever. And I did not. So that's an effing lie.
And we haven't said that either. And
Nope.
we've never, this is the first time in all the time that we've known both women that we have ever said to Cindy, don't, this is too far. Because she's an adult. We try and steer away the conversations because we don't want to do it. But what Cindy does to help Ziggy was up to Cindy. But now, in a situation where one person is very ill, the other person is deep in grief, this looks like a careering car. The potential for disaster on both sides is really worrying. Everybody thinks this is malicious. It's not. It's about.
The only thing malicious about it is Ziggy going live and putting it all out there. That's the only thing that's
asking
malicious.
if other people have.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of others. Yeah.
So
other creators too, but no, that's the whole thing. Is it's patterns. There's other people giving her large amounts of money because she can't pay her bills. I'm not going to out those people. I was told this in confidence. I'm going to keep it quiet. But it's not small amounts. It is very large amounts.
Yes, it is. Very large amounts. And,
large amounts of borrowed money while ordering DoorDash every night for supper.
Yeah. And, another
No,
thing.
Jamie. No. Cindy's not the only one. Go on, Soup.
Oh, no, you're good. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Someone made a good point, and I was going to reiterate. I forgot where I lost it. The chat's moving quick.
Lord and girl, we're all freaking sick. Like, dead sick.
Yeah, throw a brick at any one of us. You'll get the sick person.
But, and Ziggy.
And for the love of God, we did not start the channel in defense of Ziggy.
Yes. Thank you. I heard that. Ziggy said.
That pissed me off.
That we started this.
That pissed me off too. We're not just at your disposal, Zig.
Yeah. Did we hop on the bash Ziggy train? No, she had plenty of those. But did this channel start in defense of her? Hell no. But I see why you did that, Ziggy. I know what you were doing there. You thought you were slick because you've heard other people say it and you know that we don't like it and it grosses us out. So you threw it out there in a way. You acted like it was like, oh, I'm just saying it so casual. No, you wasn't. You knew what you were doing there. We never started this channel for you.
Nope.
We defended.
Don't flatter yourself like that.
Cam and Allie more than we defended anybody.
Right.
We had things we wanted to say. Didn't want to say them anyway. I got my own channel. Okay. If I wanted to, I could have talked whatever I wanted to over there. We started this because we're a group of women that had the same, we just had, damn it, we wanted to talk. So we came here. It was never for you, Ziggy.
Maleficent, I don't believe anybody's insinuated that. I certainly don't doubt that you have respect for Cindy.
I didn't.
My argument was
I don't doubt that.
The whole talk about Six Up. I've got no time for it.
Yeah.
Gemini, I've lost the last name already in the chat. Somebody said this is heartbreaking. Yeah, it is heartbreaking. I never thought that I would sit here in this situation. Ziggy, I gather from the live this morning, was saying that, oh, I can't believe that these people have turned against me. I can't believe that I'm saying this about you.
Yeah.
We never wanted to.
What do you want me to do? You want me to stand by and watch this go down and you both end up damaged? What sort of person would I be if I did that?
Yeah. And don't ever ask us to apologize. Another thing, Maleficent, you said you thought apologies were in order. I don't know you, so there's nothing to apologize for. This is about Cindy. It's not even really about us, you know.
Well, Maleficent, I'm sorry you took it the wrong way.
I am too, because that's not how it's meant.
And sometimes you're modded in channels you don't want to be modded for, okay? And sometimes you are called out singly, like Six Up did me. We have been called out, and we haven't, especially me, I haven't partaken in anything that Ziggy has done. So
thank you, girl.
That whole narrative runs dry.
Well, that's what started the whole thing, Catnip. The whole freaking rant was because it was said to her, a year into this, you're in the exact same place you started, asking strangers on the internet for large sums of money to get by. It's time to wrap it up and get a job with a regular paycheck, like we all have to freaking do.
She's 41 or 42.
Yep. And if we suggest it to her, we're bad people. I can't. If I suggest that you do something that's grown up when you're in your 40s and you have a complete meltdown, I can't do nothing with you. Okay? It is time to get a job. I understand that when she first came, she took off. She was doing well. I'm sure she got some really good ad revenue checks from YouTube, but it's not going to stay that way unless you're continuously popping out content, and you can't do it by coming on here with sob stories. It's just, listen, that's only going to take you so far, and you definitely don't get to come on here and take advantage of people.
Yeah, and the sales, White Rabbit, whoever just asked, if the money was that easy, then she'd have one every week instead of just freaking scrambling at the last minute.
Lawton Girl, your comment about subs and Ziggy and Nita and subs and all that, your hair would curl if you knew the things that we've been told about some of the channels and people who don't have, people using their food stamps to help support a channel, person who runs a channel. We have made a point that we won't do anything until it comes onto YouTube. This would have never been an episode if Siggy hadn't shot off her mouth this morning. We have always said we deal with what's on YouTube. Stuff that people send us is real life. We're not going real life. But the minute that somebody actually comes on YouTube and calls those creators' names out, we'll be there.
Yeah, and speaking of super chats, we have asked some of her former mods totals. Since they didn't send anything, they barely donated or barely. Julie Applewhite,
and
$542 in super chats. That does not include Cash Apps, PayPals, or sales. Becca, $943 in Cash Apps, $439.73 in super chats. Lady CG, $634.85 in a year in Cash Apps and super chats. But nobody gives anything.
And I just want everybody to know that my name will be all over the YouTube streets now, because everybody's gonna go with this.
Lean on me, honey. Don't feel bad about your dog. That was a situation.
I hope that puts the fear of God into anyone who thinks for 1 second that they're going to take advantage of Cindy. It's not going to happen.
Jamie Howard, that's not the point. Yes, Ziggy accepted time and time again. And then she went on panel she struck up a live this morning to put it all out there, not Cindy.
And Jamie, because she was under duress. Cindy was in a tough situation. Everybody knows not to say stuff like that to Cindy because that's just how Cindy is. In my opinion, it was criminal to take a credit card for $7,500. The interest alone is 28%.
Jamie,
cash advance is double. That's going to be $15,000.
I ask you to go back and listen to this morning's live, like I did, and you will hear at least twice Ziggy say that she asked Cindy for the money. Cindy didn't offer first. No doubt had the conversation gone on, Cindy would have offered, but she didn't offer up front. She was asked.
She was hyperventilating and crying to Cindy.
I was going to say, imagine, did you see that live where she went live for like 11 minutes, hyperventilating in the dark. Did y'all see that? Imagine, okay, you saw that on a live, Ziggy, hyperventilating, stuck out in the middle of, no, I don't know where the hell she was. Imagine getting a phone call. Imagine that's your friend, okay? And she's like, the way she was on that live, hyperventilating, talking about, I don't have money. I don't know where I'm at. I'm lost. And you're Cindy. You don't even have to be Cindy. Just a friend. You're in a weird spot now, aren't you? There's this lady out in the dark having a complete meltdown. What do? That's a really tough position to be in.
And there was no reason for her to get out of that tough situation that she needed to spend most of what was on that card.
Yeah, nobody knows how much was put down on the van. Nobody knows. For all we know, 1,000 could be put down and the rest went to who knows where. Because now money is owed on a van. Is this van going to get repossessed? Because where the hell is the money coming from? Once it all dries up and there's nobody to ask for money anymore, where's the money coming from? YouTube? Sales? You going to have a sale every month? Every week?
It's not from a job.
She said she could make several $1,000s from one sale. So why didn't she do that instead of charging up Cindy's card?
That part. Yeah.
She said that last night.
There you go. Yep. Several times she said that. Do
She
that.
She also said money was easy to make. Okay. Go make it.
Her money's easy to make when you ask people for money and they give you credit cards.
I didn't leave the channel. I've been listening to every show that Ziggy has done. I haven't been chatting much, but I haven't left the channel. The decision to unmod me, I don't care if I'm outing myself. She's perfectly free to do that. I don't care. It's just so unimportant in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
I just feel sad. I feel sad.
I do too.
I had distanced myself away from her a little while ago because my own reasons.
Same. I haven't been there in at least a month.
I popped in, but I can't.
I backed off before you guys did. I backed off months ago.
Yep.
Going in there. I just couldn't do it anymore. And
I'm not open to speculating about drugs.
She took your guys' wrenches, man. And all of this, I left. No, I left Nita's because of this shit. And it was, much smaller amounts. You know what, Ziggy? This is Blanca. Take mine too. I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of that shit.
Ooh.
You can have it.
So you ain't
Jamie Howard.
Can
I just have a quick shout out to Jamie Howard? It's absolutely fine. We welcome questions. It's not a problem at all. Nobody's
that girl. She has not.
People can't keep up with everything, so no problem. Love you back.
Yeah.
That girl, I'm assuming she's going to do a Josh and pay it off before it goes farther. Hopefully.
We hope, anyway. We hope.
I'm sorry, Amy. People shouldn't have to be afraid of somebody online. Just shouldn't happen.
You okay, Cindy?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, I feel bad for Ziggy. I really do.
Of course you do, darling. We all knew that you would.
Yeah.
I don't want her hurting. I don't want her to lose money. I'm still a member. I just wish that she wouldn't have went live about it. Yeah. I would have gotten back to her when I got a hold of my own self, I don't wish her any bad luck. I don't wish her nothing but the best. But Ziggy and I weren't friends outside of YouTube. But I was there for her all the time. I sent her what I could. I feel bad for her, guys. I mean, please don't unsub or don't, You know, she still needs the money. She does. And I know Ziggy will pay me back. I know she will. She wouldn't do that to me. I just wish that it wouldn't have all been put out there like this. I really, really do, because I do love her, and I feel bad. You know.
Honey, I know, but you don't need to feel bad. All you have done is given, and then unfortunately that got thrown back in your face, and it
Yeah,
never
it
should have.
did.
It never should have. And that is saying we're not asking anybody unsub any of that dumb stuff. Just do what you want to do. But we came here
A lot
because
of untruths were told.
yeah, we came here because we weren't going to let Ziggy just do a live like that and not.
I know.
Cindy,
I know, and this is the first time I've ever been on any panel. You know, and I don't. I sound horrible, I'm sure.
No,
but
you're doing
we're just heartbroken.
Y'all know we don't like to go live on Sunday, so.
Can I say something about Cindy to the people who don't know her and who think that, you know, she's purely an open wallet? Cindy is funny and feisty.
Very.
And she adores her family. And she, you know, if you've ever heard tales about her going out and karaoke, she's the person you would want to party with.
Yep.
You know, I know she doesn't feel much like partying at the
This
moment.
is true.
She's your party girl. There is
And she
so many
loves
aspects of Cindy
life.
that are great to know. And I feel like this is all that you're being shown of it. And it's being made that, you know, like she's some sort of sad case. Cindy could talk about socialite, but things change as we get older or if we get ill. We don't have quite the same life that we used to have. And sometimes online becomes far too significant.
Yes.
Cindy's a lot more than you think she is.
Oh, yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. She loves cruises. She loves the beach. We always say we're gonna go hang out with her this summer in the beach house. And what are we gonna do, Cindy, on the beach?
She's going through a lot right now. And this was
we're gonna wear coconuts.
Yes, we're gonna have a tiki bar on the beach.
Yes,
and
we are.
We're gonna sell smoothies and make seashell jewelry. And we're gonna do it. We are gonna do it.
What about the coconut bras?
We are.
The coconut bras.
That's it.
Oh,
we're gonna wear coconuts.
Yep.
And leaves.
I know I got a grass skirt from.
But yeah,
you know, and I haven't been in Ziggy's lives lately because I am so overwhelmed with what's going on with my son that truthfully, all I've been doing is sleeping. You know, I can't see him. I can't really talk to him because now he's got migraine headaches. So I just sleep and I pray. You know, and please, I'm not on here crying, or I am crying, but
no, you're fine.
You know, it's not for any.
Yeah,
it's not for any pats on the back, or I want you to feel sorry for me.
No, Cindy, can you
Those are
explain?
tears from being hurt.
Can you explain why this is so devastating for you and your son? What did he deal with when he was a baby?
Well, when he was a baby, he was born without soft spots over his whole entire head.
So this has been a lifelong thing.
Well, we didn't think so because we thought he was okay after 5 major head surgeries, but he didn't have any soft spots as a baby. So his head was shaping like a football within 4 weeks. So I took him, and long story short, he had his first surgery at 5 weeks and his second one at 6 weeks. And then probably when he was 2, the bone grew back and he had to have surgery again. And then he developed a hematoma, and then he had surgery again. They've actually flipped his whole entire forehead and top of his skull around. So, you know, this boy is so amazing. He works for BGE here in Maryland. He's in charge of all the inspectors. He's 39. He's a good boy. And he's my soulmate. You know, my husband left when he was 12, and we've been through a lot. And he stuck by me through everything. And
he's your baby.
We're super tight, and this hurts. But we will overcome, because I am a good person, and good things come to people, and they do. So this is just a skip in the road, I guess.
Minor setback.
Yeah, but it's heartbreaking because
I know.
I do love Ziggy. I do. And I'm saddened that she put this all out here and so many people didn't. I wish I would have been there last night. I would have went up on panel. We could have talked about it, which I don't think that's right either. I just don't think that she should have sat there and just said all these things, and accusing me of saying stuff and everything, and just didn't get it right. She just didn't get it right.
It was a knee-jerk reaction. Nobody said a word to her.
No.
She saw a community post. She saw a community post, and she got
it was
paranoid.
about her. I never asked
if the
her.
shoe fits, lace that bitch up and jog off a cliff, is what I say.
Right, real cheesy.
The shoe fit.
Real cheesy is asking
I never
why.
asked her. Go ahead, honey.
He's asking why these situations happened in the past and we never said anything. Several things. One, we didn't have definite proof. 2, we didn't have a channel. 3, we didn't reliably trust the people who were also starting trouble with Ziggy. So how do you decide? This is a case where we knew absolutely what the truth of the situation was. And it didn't involve a credit card, which is a whole different ball game. You're not just giving what you've got, you're giving against the future. And if you can't see how much more serious that is, both for Cindy and for Ziggy, then I can't help you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we weren't didn't have a channel, to allow you to grind the axe of whatever it is that you've got an issue with. Right. But we're dealing with this issue here and now as it's come out on YouTube. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
And plus now with that money, she's given herself other bills on top of it.
I think a lot of people, I think, and we speculated this would happen. The ones that had their grievances with Ziggy would now take it out on us, especially during this live. So, I mean, we saw it coming, but I don't, like Pearl said, I just don't know what to tell you. We didn't have a channel then. It just wasn't something we were doing. I mean, this happened. We're here now. We're talking about it. And I don't understand how that would upset you, but go ahead.
Kimberly in Connecticut, you have no freaking idea how many times a day I thank God that Pearl is my friend and everybody else on this panel. She said,
guys,
she had Pearl for a friend.
We really have.
I don't know about that. I think they're overselling the case substantially. I know that there are people coming in here, and I understand if you feel frustrated and you feel that we should have viewed the past exactly as you did. Have at it. I don't know what to say to you because, sort of, you are completely free to feel however you want to feel. I don't make judgments unless I know absolutely the situation on both sides. You will never, ever, ever be able to show me something that makes me say that the way that Six Up behaved is justified. I will not accept it.
No. That's
it's not just about Six Up and Ziggy. It's about Six Up and Cam and Ali. I will never, ever get over the fact that woman suggested that Cam was most likely an abuser of his children and wife, but was a potential murder-suicide.
Right.
Now, if you find that an acceptable thing to say, you're a very different person to me.
And you can't make the two fit. I know that it's tempting, but the Six Up Ziggy is not the same as this, and you can't make it fit. I'm so sorry.
Okay, guys, a couple questions. No, it's not past due. It's due sometime in November. I don't even know because I gave Ziggy my address, my social security number, my name.
That's right, guys, for social security number.
And I gave it all. I trusted her that much. I'm not complaining about giving Ziggy money. I'm not. I didn't say I want my money right now. I didn't say anything. Nothing. I didn't say anything at all. She's not late. I just was there for Ziggy. That's all. I'm not mad. I'm upset. that she went about this the wrong way on a live and insinuated that I was asking for the money. That I was asking for the money right away, and everybody was saying, well, if you want it right away, then why she lend it? I mean, these are my friends who were talking about me. I am heartbroken. I mean, I have never taken anything from anybody. And the reason I didn't give her cash is because this is all secretive. I did this on my own. Seriously. I mean, my significant other doesn't know a thing about it. But you know what? I'm going to tell him because I'm just going to tell him to pay it because I don't give a rat's ass if it's paid or not from Ziggy. I don't care. I don't care. So I will tell him.
And none of us.
So I just want to get this
I
straight.
care. I care if she pays you back or not.
I care.
I do care.
I care more that there is nothing more going forward because that's the bit that worries me. We didn't speak about this, and Ziggy believes that we've all been avoiding her. It's because we did not want to make this blow up because we're worried about Cindy. So yeah, we did avoid speaking because it was a really difficult elephant in the room not to have to deal with. And as it turns out, she's been triggered and she's done it herself. So now it's all out in the open. We speak. We did not start that ball rolling. Her paranoia is her paranoia about this. I can't be responsible for that. My concern is that this does not roll and roll and roll and get out of control with huge implications for Cindy and for Ziggy. If I didn't give a damn about Ziggy, why would I care? Why would I care? This doesn't affect me financially. Cindy, I know, is in a good situation.
You know what?
I don't know what to say to you. People are going to be determined to see it the way they want to see it.
Yeah, and they want to make it about this weird thrown-off bitch named Six Up. One more person mentions her in chat, you're blocked, and we don't even like blocking. You mention that weirdo one more time, you're blocked, and I'm going to destroy your chat. What the?
This is apples and oranges.
I have a dog in heat, sorry.
See what? This is what we say. You mentioned Six Up, the animals go nuts. Can you not?
Yes. Every time. Tanga's dog.
Something. She's tap dancing. She's in heat screaming. Lord.
No, wait a second.
Get me out of this madhouse. I'm going to Cindy's.
I'm confused by this. Cindy, it's wrong what happened to you. I just feel it was equally wrong to everyone she's used in the past that were laughed at and called haters. Who gave her thousands of dollars and was laughed at and called haters?
What? Who was
that's
that?
That's a real. No, that's a legitimate question because I am unaware of besides.
Oh my gosh! Here we go with the Six Up was a victim again.
One other person.
I took care of it.
No, I legitimately want to know.
Oh God!
Who gave thousands?
But guys,
listen,
guys.
If you feel you have all this evidence, get yourself a YouTube channel, do your program, show us your receipts. We'll cover it.
Yeah,
there you go.
I swear.
We don't do real life. We're a relatively new channel. We're not going to go hashing over the past. Nobody wants to go over the past again. We're dealing with things as they happen now, as they are revealed on YouTube, and we can react to them with the same information that you have seen. The problem with people taking stuff real life and showing receipts behind the scenes is that it becomes hugely complex about who you believe. Once Ziggy went off this morning and confirmed that that the situation had happened with the money, it was on YouTube, it was confirmed by both sides, and now we're talking about it. Give us another scenario exactly like that. We'll happily discuss it.
Amen. And I want to say one more thing, and then I'm going to hush for a minute. I know this game, the Six Up, Six Up coming in under her other accounts, and you all that windmill for, you're trying to derail the show, and that's what we're not going to let you do. Again, this is about Cindy and what happened to her. So one more word about Six Up, you're out of here, okay?
You don't want Lurker to put you to bed.
No, and I will. So you're not going to derail our show. Six is out of the conversation now. Go to bed.
I'm personally affronted that anybody thinks that I would give a damn for Six Up anywhere near as much as I give a damn about Cindy. If you find that offensive, well, that's just tough titty.
all offense. Yes.
Yeah, we can't put out all of it because some people, there's other people that gave money, but we're not.
And it's not like we're saying that Cindy's issue is more important than anybody else's issue.
We just happen to have receipts.
It's
that.
just as shitty all the way across the board. It's just she called Cindy out. She publicly called Cindy out, and that's why we're here. We would have never been here had this not happened. We would have tried to manage this behind the scenes and talk, but everybody's been sick. This man,
yeah, and Justin just said he has a headache. I think that's a big reason why we're all sick. I had a migraine yesterday from stress. We've sat on this since Monday night. We've lost sleep over this because, as Katie Bug mentioned, these credit cards are high interest. Have I told you about my Chase card? With the same interest rate, I charged $1,500 worth of stuff. My balance is at $6,000. My monthly bill is $230 something. The interest charge a month alone is $120. That is how quickly it adds up, and it doubles and it triples and it quadruples, and I was making over minimum payments.
Guys, can you tell me how I can chat?
You cannot on StreamYard. You would have to go into YouTube.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Hey guys, and I just want to tell everybody, I'm gonna pay this if Ziggy doesn't, but I'm pretty sure Ziggy's gonna pay it. But I'm just saying, I don't need help. I'm not poor. I appreciate all the love out there because I know that you guys really care for me. I've always been cordial to everybody in chat. Well, most of the time.
Cindy, you have been lovely to everybody in chat.
But
cordial,
I don't want anybody to, this wouldn't even have been brought up had Ziggy not went live about it. No one would have known any of this.
That's true. Exactly. That's absolutely true.
And
there is no way. There is no way.
And
we should understand that we would not have put Cindy in this situation because we're aware.
No, and it's not poor Ziggy. And if she can't pay it back, then I'll pay it. It's not a big deal. I mean, that's how you find out, I guess. But
Cindy.
I can't say she's not going to pay it. I just,
No, nobody said that she's not going to pay it. We're worried about the way this thing gets out of hand. And I think it's a valid worry.
Oh,
Cindy,
yes, it is.
Just promise us, please. If you decide to pay it, that's your call. You're an adult. Please, cut the bloody thing up and get rid of it.
It's probably up to the limit now, I'm sure.
It was Wednesday, pretty close.
Yeah, so, but you know what? But that's her business. That's her business. I mean, she's not shown me that she's not going to pay it now. I just wish she wouldn't have went live. And yes, these girls do worry about me. I mean, 90% of them think I'm old and feeble, but
we don't think you're old.
We don't. No, we don't.
Not at all.
Not think you're old and feeble.
I'm kidding. I love. You know what? Thank God I have you girls. Truthfully.
But you scare me though. On Monday,
yes.
I know.
When you were trying to
you girls aren't the first.
Symptoms. I mean, come on, you were so close to needing hospital treatment yourself on Monday.
Yes,
it scared me.
I know, honey.
And that's all we talk about in private. Has anybody checked in with Cindy today? Is she okay?
I know.
We lose freaking sleep over you.
Yeah. I know you did, and I'm sorry.
Cindy, you can cut that card off though. Cancel the card so that even if there's $10 left on it, don't. It's not okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just really, really disappointed now at her. I really, really am. I'm just,
we all are.
And the sad thing is I've never been hurt like this with any of my friends that I know, ever. I mean, I just came to YouTube as a watcher, and now, Jesus,
Well, we'd never accept I know it brings you joy to do that, but to me, it feels criminal. It cost you $50 to send me a package, and ask the girls. I felt
Oh my
like
God.
the biggest piece of
She was
shit.
very upset about that.
Stop it. Stop it.
No,
She did.
And I'm
You
going to
felt
send
so
you
bad
more.
about that.
I would
Oh my
pay the
God.
$50 just for the enjoyment of seeing the cat play with the box. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Like, had
I would
I
cover the
known,
postage just for the box.
had I known it was gonna cost that much, I would
I'm
have
getting
been
ready to
like,
send you more. I'm getting ready to send you more.
oh my God, your jeans are fabulous. I'm wearing a pair now. They're so comfortable. I love them.
Anyway, girls, I apologize for all this, and I have a busted headache also. But thank
You
you all
have
for
nothing to apologize for.
nothing.
thank you all for being here for me.
Nothing
I
at
mean, I
all.
don't want
Don't
people to hate.
apologise. Cindy, can I
You know,
tell
I
you
don't.
something that Lolita
Yeah,
said
honey.
when she opened the box?
What?
She opened the box and she looked at the clothes and she came online and she said to us, "This has just proved to me that Cindy is somebody that I want to go out on the town with."
Yeah.
That's what she actually said.
Can you imagine Cindy where there is a dress and like the entire midsection and one shoulder is cut out of it, and I'm giggling, picturing
Girlfriend.
Cindy wearing this stuff.
I used to be hot.
Oh, I can imagine.
You
Cindy
still
is so
are
cute.
hot.
I used to be hot.
You still are. You are so
still
cute.
are hot.
Cindy, you're still hot.
You
just used
absolutely
to
You were
be
going through those
boiling.
clothes and you're describing what you think she is, and then she posted those pictures in the other room, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're exactly what she said."
Yeah,
It was
Quinny,
so
I don't
cute.
know, but they're skinny jeans, but they're like jegging jeans, and I don't really wear jegging jeans, and I have been missing out because I can like completely squat in these things. I have them on now. They
I
are
got a booty. Them jeggings are comfortable.
freaking and they look good too. They don't look like they don't give you diaper butt. That's why I never wore them before, because I didn't want to have that diaper looking butt.
But Cindy,
Oh,
honey,
God, you're
do you
so
hear
funny.
me?
What? I can, sweetheart.
Get you some rest. Don't worry about the internet. Don't worry about nothing on here. Try to stay away. Maybe not read any comments, because idiots will be
Yes.
idiots. Send off dummies will be send off dummies. You rest, you relax, and we got this, okay?
And remember
I
that
just,
we've all got your son in our prayers and that we want
I
nothing
know.
more than for him to be chatting on the phone to you or texting, sort of telling us that you're a special person, because we know that that's the way that he thinks of you. We've seen it.
I just want to. Oh, my son just texted me. I just want everyone. I know. I just want everyone.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
good.
I'm sorry. Hold, please.
Exactly. Whatever, Lee. Cindy's just hurt. It ain't about the money. Some people actually do get it. And we get too focused on the negative comments. It's easy to do. I do it. But truly, these people in here are smart and they understand what's going on and what it's about. That's
Oh,
good
he's
to
so
know.
sweet.
Yeah.
He says he loves me and I'm the best.
And we're not going to go back and forth about this.
You are the best, Cindy.
Exactly.
You are the
I
best.
mean, we're just saying how it is, and you guys can make a decision at that. You're adults.
Yeah. I'll be damned if I want to get upset.
I just hope that whoever takes and runs with all of this because they have a problem with Ziggy or whatever, that they leave my name out of it. Just don't use my name. Because I just I don't know. I just hope they say the person or whatever. I just don't want my name out there,
Yeah, they can make a point without using your name. And I have no respect for anybody who chooses to.
Yeah,
I know this is a real weird moment to mention this. But while we're talking about if you can offer up your prayers for Cindy's son, which we would really appreciate,
thank you guys.
Can you also take a moment to remember Brandy Neal and her husband and their children, all the extended family members? I've been working on a video for something that we've all been working on for a long time, which we nearly abandoned, but we don't want to because nobody really knows what's going to happen with this. We all have our suspicions, but we don't actually know. And I've been looking at his face all afternoon, one way or another, doing stuff. And yesterday. And oh my God, I can't imagine. Can you imagine? Just, So yeah, prayers for Cindy's son. Prayers for Brandy, Neil, Tyler, Blue, Bubba, Buggy, the nicknames that the kids use. Prayers for Monkey.
That's
yes.
There are bigger things going on in this world.
That is so true.
Money is a problem, and I really, really want this to be sorted out. And I'm just sad. I'm sad about it. I don't want it to all end up like this. I certainly don't want it to go public.
No.
But we can't let what was said this morning go and not say something.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, it definitely had to be. I mean, you know what, guys? Ziggy has a side, and I have a side. So in between there, somewhere is the truth. I'm not telling you to believe everything I said. What I believe is true, and probably what Ziggy said she thinks is true. So somewhere in the middle of that is the truth. And I'm not hating on anybody.
We know.
I'm just not.
Well, Cindy, everybody that knows you knows exactly what's going to happen if we're on the phone together, regardless of who called who. And I start crying and I say, Cindy,
wait,
my exhaust is broke and it's going to cost $600 to fix. I don't have a vehicle, even though I have 2 other out there. You're going to say, you know what? Yeah, exactly. That's why I would never in a million years say that.
Get it.
Because I know better.
Nope. Wouldn't say it.
It doesn't matter, though. It's only money. It's only money. You can't take it with you.
Nope.
But we just don't want you used.
You are worth more to us than money.
Yeah, we don't.
I know that. As somebody who cares about Ziggy, I'm speaking because I know that you do. I know that you care very much. You must know that this is very dangerous ground for her if she lets this get out of control. That's part of why we needed to talk about it.
I know.
I know that she feels that for some reason, she feels that she's being attacked in her grief. That is not what is going on at all. I wish to goodness that this wasn't happening in the aftermath of Jim passing, regardless of what went on with them previously. But this is the moment that it's happened. And so this is the moment we have to deal with it. We didn't choose this.
I know. Believe me, girls, I know. I know.
So if you care as well, you have to care about the fact that she's not in control of what she's doing. Well, I hope my excuse for her is that she's not in control, because I really don't want to think that she's in control and messing around like this.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Ziggy.
That's
you don't want to believe that we give a damn. That's up to you.
Yeah.
You said yourself that we were the people who always stood for you and were close to you.
We did.
Why do you think this is an issue for us then? Does that not tell you something?
It's hard.
And I know all you girls care about her.
I mean, I'm okay. There may have been a time, but I'm okay, really.
I care.
She's
but
got to be honest.
I love you. I love you, Sue.
No, it's time to walk away because I care more about my well-being.
Yes.
And I've reached my breaking point. I can't do it anymore.
And I guess I've just started paying attention over the last few months.
There's only so much you can do for somebody that. There's only so much you can do for somebody that won't do for themselves.
Yes. And it's just not about me. I guess this is what broke the camel's back.
Yeah, because there's others. There's another donor that will not be named who gives a lot and same age as you, same emotional situation.
Right.
And when does it end?
And that's why I came out with mine.
Who's next? And we've all experienced loss up in here, except, when I lost my parents, I didn't have the courts try to put them out. a couple weeks before that. Just saying.
Yep, we've all
I've lost devastating losses.
Yes.
We're all alone in this world. Who the hell is going to give me money?
Oh, can
My
I
ass has
that?
to work for it.
Can I address that? Ziggy, I heard what you said, that none of us have probably experienced great loss. I'll say this. If you knew any of us up here, you would have never have let those words slip your trifling lips. How dare you?
I've lost my mother. I've lost my brother. I've lost my sister. Don't go there.
Yeah. I hear you.
That's the low-hanging fruit you don't want to reach for, Ziggy. Ever again.
Many of us
become
have
better than that, girl.
Just devastating losses.
Jamie,
and we're still breathing. We're still making our things work.
Well, I'll tell you what, you find out who your true friends are when you almost die.
Yeah.
And the ones who call you just to say, hey, you feeling all right today? How are you?
I hear you. Yep.
And don't want anything in return?
No.
Other than hoping you're well?
Imagine that. Hey, how are you? How you feeling today? You good?
That's the best thing to hear, is to have somebody care enough about you to ask, how you doing today?
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I care about. And we,
and I hope that this kind of goes to every creator, right? Because I see this a lot, and it's not just Ziggy. I know that's what we're talking, but I see it a lot in a lot of creators of, I can't get my medicine. I can't get da 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 da. Like, that's not YouTube, right? If you want to come to YouTube and people like your channel and they want to get a membership and they want to send you super chats because they like your content or cash apps, then by all means, okay, you're putting out content and they're supporting you. But stop asking your subs to pay your bills and your medication and, that's not their responsibility.
Amen. That's
nor is it their.
Yeah, it's not what we're here for.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
You're fine.
Nor is it their responsibility to figure out your life for you. You go on live asking, like, what do I do? 40-something years old.
My mom would smack me. What are you doing on the internet asking these perfectly good strangers what to do? Get to work.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, in 10 days, you have December coming up. And I'm concerned that if people continue, what are you doing? Like, at some point, it's got to change, right? I don't come to YouTube and say, I need my bills paid. No, I work my ass off.
Right. And we're all in hard times. It is going to be a long, cold winter for a lot of people. Inflation has the price of everything.
Chat, please?
Absolutely.
C12. I'm going to read out what C12 said. Question: from what I heard last night, it was the mods that were friends that she was upset that no one came to her first. Can I ask respectfully, ask why you didn't go to her privately? No disrespect. No disrespect taken. It's a perfectly fair question. What I would say to you is, if you've watched Ziggy and you've seen her go off on a live when she's worked up, you've seen her get rage, you've seen her even this morning how upset, then think about the fact that you're trying to approach a situation where you know the other person, just last Monday, was on the point of serious heart attack, has heart issues, has previously had a heart attack, and whose son is seriously, seriously ill in hospital. Would you like to unleash that rage and upset on them secondhand? Because I didn't want to. That's why.
Yep. We didn't bring this out into the public.
No, Ziggy brought this to the public, and
no, but that's why we didn't even approach it privately, because we knew somebody was going to get that in full force, and it was probably going to be Cindy or Lolita, who also is very ill at the moment. I don't want to reveal everything that's going on, but I was just not willing to. I would not be the person who was on the end of that phone. That's why I didn't go forward with it. I wouldn't be the person getting the backlash. it's really, really difficult. And honestly, if you've seen her go off, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That was set off over a text message.
A text.
Yep. A text.
And I don't talk to Ziggy like that.
A text message.
A text that there was no reason to get that hysterical over.
Nope, I'll read the text message. Hold on, I have a screenshot of it.
Yes, she does.
Cindy told us already days ago the whole story. She was beside herself because it was an act on impulse. A credit card for $7,500 is going to quickly turn into $15,000 with the insane interest on a $5,000 cash advance. That's why everyone's pissed. Not only that, but you have no income, no way to pay your rent without asking unnamed person or someone else for help. Now you have rent, plus utilities, plus a car payment, plus car insurance. How is that card going to get paid back? Cindy has been milked financially for months, meaning the sales, the raffles, but we covered that before. The whole internet has sat and watched it happen. This takes the damn cake, though. You're exactly where you started a year ago, still asking the internet for large amounts of money to get by. I think it's time to wrap up the YouTube and maybe get a job with a guaranteed paycheck. Those $300 minimum monthly payments will quickly turn into $600 monthly payments. And that was it. That sparked World War X.
Yep.
But that was done in private.
That was done in private.
So we tried to resolve it before it got here.
Benny,
but that's how she reacted.
Better. I saw he has the flu. Speedy recovery. But yeah, that's what sparked it.
That girl, a down payment for a car was put on a credit card. And there was a cash advance. I think she said last night that she kept a couple months rent back or something. And then she asked for another $300 cash. And I don't know.
So there's a car finance.
Crazy.
The payments are over $400 a month. Okay. 400 and something a month. Now, when you finance a car, you need full coverage insurance on that car.
Shut up.
If you have not had car insurance in your name because it was in somebody else's name, Jim's name, the entire time. So now you have a brand new policy. You're a new driver. So that right there makes your insurance expensive. Plus a financed car because you have to carry special full coverage. Astronomical payment. Okay.
You're welcome, C12.
So you have $420 for a car payment, and I'm guessing $300 maybe for car insurance, plus rent, plus utilities that somebody else was paying. Where's it all going to come from? And when the repo man comes, is that going to be another live with the camera? He's taking my car. Help.
Oh, God. Yeah. I was asleep during the day.
Well, and hey, Vet Girl, she went to a buy here, pay here type place or something like that. Like they finance it through there, so that usually means the cars are going to be more expensive than if you went to a normal dealership anyway.
Yeah. You could have got a car looking around, paid it down, kept up the maintenance on it, and been just fine.
No, they repossess it, vegan. It does not matter. You don't pay that car note, they're going to repossess it regardless of whether you paid the down payment by cash or card.
Yeah. Well, I hope she makes it right. I hope God.
I do too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what she didn't make right is firing up alive this morning, half cocked, running off at the mouth. That's what she didn't do right.
Right.
In the middle of the frickin' night.
Brandy B, good for you. Your name is one that I'm very familiar with. I've seen you in lots of chats. I've always seen you be very supportive to people. I recognise your name immediately as somebody who's a very generous person. I'm sorry that you feel that you've been used by some people, and I'm glad that you've now got the trust in yourself to not act on first instinct. All the best to you. I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, sincerely. A lot of people do that. I've even almost had those urges before. to help. I mean, I mean, it's a human nature that we
Yep.
have. But you don't get to take advantage of it.
And look at Vet Girl. Anybody here who recognises Vet Girl's
Yeah.
name knows
Yeah.
that she's a huge supporter of YouTube channels, particularly dealing with missing children.
Yes.
Always a positive voice, always great comments. I'm sure that there's been a few people taking advantage of it, but she's got a great heart and a great spirit. And
you got to be kidding me. Tiffany Marie. Oh, just the bitch we've been looking for. You finally came out of that coffin. Stay right the fuck here. Let me go get my coffee. I'll be right
Is
back.
Tiffany Marie in here?
all I want to say is
Well,
none of
Tiffany
this
might
had
write
anything-
Ziggy a check. Help her pay it off.
You got that?
None
You
of
gonna
this
write
had
that check,
anything-
Tiffany?
You got that pen ready, Tiffany?
We'll
You
come for
ready?
you too, bitch.
She speaks
You're going
out
to get all
against
this
the
work.
Lord. Everybody got that.
Tiffany, I'm keeping my foot on your neck forever. You
Crawled out from underneath that rock was a big mistake.
And you came to the wrong chat thinking people were scared of you. You pump no fear over here. Go for it, bitch.
Honestly, you've got such an inflated ego. You believe this is being done. You believe this is being done because she defended you.
You're not that important.
Your ego is bigger than my arse. What's wrong with you?
Oh boy.
Oh, it's
Hey,
such a fucking
Tiffany.
joke.
You're funny. I gotta give it to you. You're hilarious. I'm going to break down that pathetic video you did, you stupid narcissistic weirdo. If
Ooh,
you
she was
expect an
nice.
apology from me, you're expecting too much. Well, you got that part right. There ain't nothing
No
good
one
in
expected you to apologise.
We all knew you wouldn't.
Let me say this. Soup is being very kind to you, Tiffany. Believe me. You don't want to mess with her.
Yeah, it's going
And
to get
Tanga,
worse.
Nah.
you don't want to mess with Tanga either.
It's going to get worse.
Hardly
Tiffany.
any of us.
And the fact you thought you could come in here, I'm glad you did, though. Stick around, friend.
You spent too long frightening. You
We've
spent
been-
too long frightening your subs and your mods, Tiffany. That you believe
We've
that you
all
can do
been
it
in
to every
storms.
woman. You're in the wrong place.
Tiffany, we've been in storms, each one of us, and we have crawled our way out.
Is this bitch talking about weather, Tiffany? Let me see. Did she
She
really
said she's
say-
in the storm of her life. We've
Well, good.
all
Stay
been
in it.
there.
Hey, Tiffany, you remember all the times you dragged everybody for any little thing? I want you to remember it, okay? You stupid little bully. And you know what a bully is? It's a weak. You are weak. You are spineless. And you think so much of yourself. It's funny to me. You
Where
wrote
was
it.
this concern for Ziggy when you were sending her insulting text messages, Tiffany?
Mhm.
Where was this concern for Ziggy when you were dragging her over the bones issue? Where
Yeah.
was this concern
Must have
for
been sitting in her
Ziggy
pig
when
pen.
you were dragging her for 24 hours when she called you out completely correctly about your fake check? You're full of bullshit. You're windmilling now because you think it's giving you some sort of second-hand sainthood that you can bargain with because you don't want to apologise and you know
We're
you
not gonna
fucked up.
take your
And
word
some
for it
suckers will
either.
buy it, but we aren't your suckers.
Hey,
man.
Tiffany Marie,
No,
you don't believe
not for one day.
the person on panel that has said, she says, I don't know what Ziggy did because only her and the other person know. And
Well,
I'm
did
not
we
taking anyone's word for it. Well, the other person just told you.
Hey, dumbass.
But you
Did
go
we
ahead,
ask
dumbass.
Hey, Tiffany, two things can happen at once. You being outed as the person who wrote the fake check and the money being taken from Cindy. They both coincided. The calendar works like that. Days of the week, passing of time. Things happen at the same time. Synchronicity. It's not about you. Dream on. Ziggy might want to think that as well. It's much more easy to think that suddenly everybody's against you because you're not windmilling against Tiffany Marie than thinking, oh, perhaps they're upset that I've done something to one of our mutual friends. Even you
that would
could
make
make
too
that
much
sum out,
sense.
surely.
Go, Jamie B.
It's
How is
just so
this about
funny.
her? I never liked Tiffany ever. So I don't know how this becomes about her.
Well,
yeah,
you
Nice
know,
try,
and
though.
we were
Nice
saying
try
that
trying to
we
make
were
it about you.
disappointed.
Everything's about
We're
Tiffany.
saying
The
that
worst
we
day
were
of Tiffany's
disappointed because she
life.
wasn't dragging Tiffany. We
yeah,
were
that's
saying that we were
because
disappointed because we were drug all over these streets for 13 months
Yes.
trying to defend some pretty indefensible shit.
Yeah, we
What
got
have you done
dragged just
for it,
simply
Tiffany?
for being
Kiss
a
my ass.
subscriber.
And in the meantime, and in between time, Tiffany, you had Discord servers dedicated to her. You had several live streams, long ones dedicated to her. So you're going to bring your dumbass in here and you're really going to say anything to us as if it matters?
Hey,
Really?
Tiffany, what about when you said that she bought a second-hand mattress and that she got bed bugs through the house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about that, Tiffers?
Do you want to grab a link?
Jesus Christ! I walk
What do
away
you
for
have
2
to
seconds
say,
and all hell breaks loose.
Sorry, Lolita.
Lean in.
Sorry, the trash walked in.
Oh, I
What
think
do
it
you
was an
have to
accident, Ray
say?
Ray.
Your Mother Teresa act is so transparent that frankly, it's laughable. But the sad thing is, some people will buy it, and we can't help those people. You've beaten them down so much that they will just slap it up. I mean, I read the comments under your "I'm not apologizing" video, and the yes queening was just hysterical. I can't. It couldn't be me. I can't imagine. And the way that people are there praising how you look and the sound of your voice, and I'm just thinking, yeah, you know what? If you looked and sounded like Natasha Cooper, do you think you'd get away with some of the bullshit you pull? Doubtful.
That part.
That part times 10.
Uh-huh. Narcissists never apologize. That is true. And I usually don't like that word because it's so overused. But there is sometimes it actually applies to the person we're talking about. And Tiffany Marie is one of them. Bitch, go back to your coffin.
Yeah, don't encourage her to get on panel. I don't want that stink over here.
Tiffany Marie, oh
She's
my
not
God,
welcome
the
here.
tiniest violin.
We'll never get it
Talking
out.
about the storm and the vultures and all this bullshit. Were you here for the conversation where we spoke about the person who had handed over the card, had a heart issue, was on the point of heart failure last Monday, has a son in the hospital with a brain bleed? You think that it's not a storm in that person's life? You think none of us have been in grief? You think that the fact that Ziggy is in grief now is a reason that we should keep quiet and let her drive the truck financially off the cliff for both of them? Are you mad?
Tiffers doesn't have a job either, right?
No, she sits at home all day and then, she goes back to her coffin. She don't do
She's
that.
independently wealthy.
Mills and Boone, Hallmark. So honestly, do you really think anybody is buying this fake hand-wringing after what you've done to Ziggy?
Correct.
And you said yourself, oh, she'll believe anything.
Oh,
well,
look.
you're right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
She will believe anything, won't she, Tiffany? You had a room dedicated. You even stated as much how stupid Ziggy was and how she's so gullible and she'll believe anything. Case in point, right now. Yep.
Ziggy, Tiffany, you pushed her over the edge. Before you have been downright cruel. Just
you really
evil.
have.
Go back to your coffin. Go to bed.
And you know what?
Seriously, listen.
That high horse might throw you off and discombobulate your hip again or your pelvis or whatever the fuck it was.
I know logic isn't your strong suit. Read back what you have just written. I don't know what Ziggy did because only her and the other person know, and I'm not taking anyone's word for it. You say as you come in here windmilling for Ziggy and taking what Ziggy said on face value. Jesus Christ. Try and put two thoughts together.
Bugsy told her to go to bed.
I told her also to go back to her coffin.
I missed that, Bugsy.
That's
Please do
what
it again.
Okay, on the count of 3, Bugsy, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Go to bed.
Go back to your coffin. I'll drag you all day, every day. I got
of course, you're all wrong because obviously Tiffany doesn't have a bed. She retires to the crypt.
Yeah.
The coffin of doom. Once she's taken off those terrible rat's tails, clipping hair extensions, which are fooling nobody, the ends on that, when you did that apology video, I was looking at the ends, which are going proper Barbie at the ends. My God, that is not real hair. If that's real hair, I'm Simone Biles.
That looked awful, hon. Tiffany, do better, especially if you're going to bring your dumb ass on here talking about if you expect an apology, you have set your standards too high, and please unsub from me. You're actually going to come on here talking that stupid with that hair. You have guts.
A full joke, a full-on joke.
I still can't believe Bugsy said to go back to your car.
And for the record, we are not up here dragging Ziggy.
Oh, here we go again.
I mean, if we wanted to drag Ziggy, there's so much. I mean, we could, but we care about her. That's not what we're wanting to do. She's the one who brought this out. We just wanted to set the record straight with Cindy. We didn't want this.
Well, the problem is Cheshire Cat, Tiffany, who smiles and disappears. We are fully aware that Ziggy is not in a good place. Did you listen to the bit just where we explained that the other person is not in a good place and is seriously ill and has a son who is seriously ill? I can't make this any simpler for you.
Do we need to draw you a picture?
Apparently, she needs artwork
all the time.
You would, Tiffany, like you could save Ziggy from the internet. Ziggy can't save herself from the damn internet. Did you hear her this morning? Lord.
And you're going to come in here and preach to us when you made it a life's work for about a year to try and push her over the edge. Sending her text messages about why she looks and that AB wouldn't fancy her, wouldn't find her appealing.
And Tiffany, did
you damned you ever get to lecture me about behavior.
Tiffers, did you care last night when she went live about all she said? Did you care then? Did you windmill then? I didn't see you.
You went out of your way to try and destroy her. You don't come in here lecturing people who have stood by her and still care and are really fucking worried that she's out of control. You kill the vultures because it suits you to do it at this moment.
Whoa, Deanna.
Whoa. Hey,
who's this?
Yeah, I just caught that too.
I'd like to see a bit more evidence than just somebody. I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult you. Please don't take this as an insult. But it's very easy for people to write comments.
No, I have a feeling I know who this is.
I think I do too.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, I think I do too.
I'm very upset.
I think this might actually be real, but I understand where Pearl's coming from. However, yep, the text I sent to Ziggy were instructed to me by AB. No, you ain't going to do that, Tiffany. No.
All right, Tiffany's done.
Because she needs AB to tell her to be an asshole. Whatever.
Bye.
Yeah.
Lana.
Yeah, be off. Go back to your coffin. Or I'll send you to it. Anyway.
Lana. A community post was posted talking about the situation with several creators that we were hoping people would come forward and speak about it on YouTube so that we were then in a position to talk about it. The fact that Ziggy went off half-cocked and assumed it was all about her is not anything within our control. Now that she's gone on about all of us and talked about Cindy, you're saying that we shouldn't say anything.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just asking. I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking you to consider all the elements that have come up to this moment with fairness.
Stars.
And just ask yourself, do we strike you as people who have lived and breathed attacking Ziggy? Because on the contrary, we get talked about for exactly the opposite.
Yep. All the time.
Where'd that comment from Deanna
It's funny
though?
to me though that Tiffany has been mute and silent and in hiding for what, 2 weeks now, and she shows up here windmilling for Ziggy, looking weak and pathetic.
Deanna, please don't take my comment the wrong way. I'm not aware who your mum is. I would encourage you if you feel that has gone on.
Okay. So we do know who this is. Yes, she also gave money a month ago, and oh my god, in June.
Oh my god.
Paid for an Airbnb.
Yep, we know who it is.
We do know.
And that's only what we know, because God only knows what we don't know.
Yep.
And this is the fucking pattern I'm talking about. This, I'm like shaking on the inside again.
But I'm sure she'll pay it
back. Look what the fuck it does to people. Look what it does.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll pay it back.
People get caught up in the personality that people show you on the internet.
We're not saying her name.
Everybody can be good.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't dare say her name. It's
No,
only
absolutely not.
No.
When they yeah.
Here's this too. I mean, she has gotten so much money. Where the fuck is it? What did you do? Like, I would think that if you have no income coming in other than the small amount you can make from YouTube, I haven't seen a sell in a while. You think that you would be spending it wisely and, you know, like making sure that it's going to last you while you get yourself in a better position, such as a job. It, you know, takes a couple weeks to get your first check, those types of things. But no, I don't understand.
You know how many times in the past we've lived off of grilled cheese sandwiches that we had to cook ourselves to try to make it to the next month without, you know, how many times we had to freeze in the winter, keeping the heat at 68. Just everybody goes through hard times.
I feel like you're going to tell me next about how you had to walk in the snow to school.
15 miles uphill both ways, Soup. And my boots had holes in them. No, I'm just saying, this blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind.
It's like my dad, he used to tell me, especially walking off the reservation where it was at that time, and they would put chains on the school bus tires and how far he had to walk. Oh, those stories are stuck in my head.
YouTube dumpster fire. I remember you had a baby too, because I remember asking you if you were afraid of the formula shortage, and you said that you were terrified you wouldn't be able to nurse the baby and somebody was coming to help you. Yeah, I get it. Hard times for everybody. This woman had a baby during a baby formula shortage, and she was terrified she wouldn't be able to breastfeed.
Yeah, and we were looking up links, weren't we? I remember that in the chat.
And we weren't,
we were trying to find places that had that particular type of milk.
We were all looking for formula.
This is when she was on Tiffany's side, and Tiffany and Ziggy were at war. We were opposing sides coming together we didn't give a shit whose side she was on. She had a freaking baby and didn't know she could feed her, Emily.
Now that you mention that, I kind of do remember that.
You remember that? I remember that because I remember feeling terrified for this woman. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, we were checking all the different local Walmarts for stock, weren't we?
Yeah. You put your differences
and unfortunately,
aside.
we couldn't actually find any of this anywhere. It was a really worrying thing, and it even more frightening when you're the person holding the baby.
She walked to recycle so she could buy formula during a formula shortage.
They're still in one, yes.
Yeah, it's still going on. The stores are still having a hard time keeping it in stock and having to tell mamas.
But you do
they don't have it, or there's a limit.
You bust your ass, you go to work sick.
And everybody, I want to apologize if I got a little loud. I'm not really a violent person or anything, but not Ziggy, but Tiffany is somebody that she's just been the worst of the worst that I've ever seen on YouTube. And I've seen some pretty rotten people. So when you get somebody like that in here, I'm sorry if I yelled.
All I can say to you is, people listening to what Tiffany, or reading what Tiffany has written in this chat, just take a moment and consider all the times that you've heard Tiffany rip Ziggy apart, and all the times that you've heard us stand by her, stand by Ziggy, and defend Ziggy, and then ask yourself who the vulture is in this situation.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't.
She
give
did,
a shit,
Carol. She showed up
personally.
here. You'll have to rewind. I got a little loud. It was funny though. She thought she was going to come in here windmilling for Ziggy in her pathetic state, in Tiffany's pathetic state. It was quite comical, really. And Pearl handled her like she does.
Oh, Deanna, I haven't had a chance to talk to the other girls, but I think I suddenly know who your mom is.
Yeah.
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 I'm really sorry.
Christmas. I did not even think about Christmas yet.
Thank you, Griffey. Thank you, Griffey. Yes, Cindy, are you okay? You with us, Cindy? She probably won't know. Yeah.
Oh, and Tiffany, if you're going to come for anybody off this panel, I mean, I know these girls are perfectly well capable of defending themselves. Feel free to have at it with me. I could not give a shit.
Oh, God. That would be because you just don't even know, Tiffany. God, you're going to be so embarrassed. It's going to be great.
I mean, I would say come for me just for the memes because they're going to be gold.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing. Think of all the information that has been told about Tiffany lately, but it's not out on YouTube, and it's not our responsibility to put it out.
No.
But you never know what bitch can do.
I'm just really concerned about Ziggy, and it does come from a place of caring. You know, I don't want you to think that I'm bashing or all of a sudden we're against her. No. In fact, this didn't start with the whole TM defending check. I could give two shits less about it.
I gave 0 fucks about Tiffany.
I don't care about that either.
I will admit I was quite surprised because I thought that Ziggy would feel vindicated. So I must admit I was a bit wrong-footed when she came out and it was all, I don't really care, why is AB doing it now? I felt wrong-footed by it. But ultimately, it doesn't make a difference to me either way what Ziggy thinks. The facts are the facts. Tiffany's a liar. Tiffany lied about the check. Tiffany went after people who called her on the fakeness of the check. She had her minions going after people who called her out on the fakeness of the check. And now
Tiffany collected a lot of super chats over the check.
For. Yeah.
She called people scammers. She called Scott H a scammer. She called Liplock a scammer. Yep. She called people who money never even touched their hands a scammer. And let me tell you, Scott is one of the most straight and narrow people on
and lip-locked as well.
And lip-locked as well.
Of all people to call a scammer. And let me tell you, it's so funny. Tiffany pretended to write a check. Okay. She never sent any money to the reward fund. But meanwhile, she managed to shame people that didn't. Okay. So people would send money to a fund that Tiffany never even sent money to. And she said all of this, that she wrote a check just to shut up Molly. Where is the logic here? She wasn't under duress. She wasn't stressed out. She did this because it was something that she had a point to prove. She wanted to win an argument. Think about that. The whole, everybody makes mistakes. No, not like that.
She wanted to keep up appearances. Well,
exactly.
And this coming in to Ziggy is just exactly the same thing. It's all just a game to Tiffany. It's not a game to us, Tiffany. We're concerned. I tell you what, there's more genuine concern for the way that Ziggy is careering at the moment here than there is from you. You are one of the most insincere people I've ever had the displeasure to listen to. I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. I don't believe for a second that you give up to playing fuck about Ziggy. You're just using it because it's convenient for you.
Yes.
Your narrative that somehow we are windmilling against Ziggy because she didn't attack you is the narcissism is off the scale. Do you realise how ridiculous you sound? I genuinely can't understand you. What's wrong with you?
That's a good question, and I've got questions.
She's got a jacked up pelvis.
I've often wondered what happened to her.
Hey, I've got a jacked up pelvis. Can you please have some respect?
Let me talk to you like you're beneath me, please.
Look, I wonder
we've
what's
all
happened to a lot of
experienced
creators.
an unfortunate gardening incident. Who hasn't? Please watch what you're saying.
I apologize, Pearl.
I'm just sitting here shaking my head like I have no words.
I do.
You don't know what it's like to be run over by a watering can. It's real pain, people.
Oh, God. I love you, girls.
Unfortunately, she hasn't just got the Barbie hair. She's got the Barbie hips. They just pop out.
Oh, my God. She does.
Was that you, Cindy?
You did not.
That thing she had sitting on top of her head, that looked awful, y'all. So, yes, that was like a Barbie wig. And now Pearl's bringing up them hips that she dislocated or popped out. Water and flowers. Just think about that, y'all. Get a mental image. Lord. She's such
I can provide an image if you want to see an image of the unfortunate watering accident. I'll post it later. Ladies, I'm really sorry. I've got to go now. Unfortunately, there is a genuinely ill person in this house who wants to go to bed. And in order to keep the peace, I will
good
support
night,
that move.
Mr. Pearl.
I am not... oh, sorry, I am dipping out on you, but not morally.
You guys there?
Anything from now on that these girls say, I fully co-sign because I trust them absolutely. There is no division here. We often differ about small things, but not the big things. I love them all desperately. Lip locked, if you're in the chat. I can see that you're a bit put out. Please don't be. None of us have any issue with you going anywhere. That's not the way that we operate. No. Our respect for you is our respect for you, regardless of what the situation is with anybody else. So sleep well. Please remember Cindy's son in your prayers. Please remember Brandy Neal. I'll catch you on a happier.
I love you, Pearl.
Love you,
Love you, Pearl.
More fun,
love you.
Funny episode.
I love you, Pearl.
Tiffany Marie, she's a liar. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, sweetheart.
Tiffany Marie, she's a liar. Good night.
No, we have a lot of opposing views in this chat. We have a lot of people coming from all over the place, and some of my favorite people were people that I went head to head with.
And that's okay. They can, they're allowed to have that. It's not Tiffany Marie's chat where we're going to ask you to leave and then unsub. That ain't going to happen here.
Or we're not going to tell you, we won't tell you what chat you can be seen in either. Go where you want. We're just putting it out there, the truth.
Jamie, you're good too. It's okay. I understand. We would be foolish to think everybody can just see things the way we want them to see them or how we see them. So we understand. However, and just keep an open mind.
I'm still here, guys.
Okay.
No, okay, Cindy. I thought that was you.
Cindy with the background
Yeah.
noise.
Cindy, are you in your bed rolling?
No, do I have background noise? No, is there background noise, really?
I heard.
Oh, it's probably my fan.
What?
Tanga's trying to come back up, but her devices are disconnected. I can't add her. Tanga, get it together, girl.
Get closer to the Wi-Fi. Or tell people to get off the Wi-Fi. Can y'all believe that Tiffany Marie come in here thinking she was going to get some type of welcome wagon?
No, she came to
over with it.
Derail the entire live.
She thought. Well, I wanted her to come in, though. I'm glad she did because, phew, that is one strange girl.
Is it still noisy here?
No,
is
you're
it still
fine.
Noisy here?
Oh, you're good.
No, really.
Good. No,
you're
good.
okay. You're okay.
Let's see if Tanga. No, you're
I
good.
remember that name. I haven't seen that name in a while.
What's
I
up?
need my holy water when she's around.
Right.
That's cute.
Oh, Cindy, so much love and light to you from YouTube Dumpster Firefighter.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, sweetie.
She is.
Well, I'm not going to be a mod anymore.
Sweet.
Oh, we won't either.
I don't think any of us are anymore. I think we all got,
Right.
we got our papers handed to us.
Yeah.
Well,
which I'm quite all right with, because I'll just be honest. You know, and there's things about Ziggy I do like. I'm not gonna lie, but in the recent months, there has been a lot of things that she has done that's actually been embarrassing. And I'm just speaking for myself. And I didn't want to mod in her chat anymore. You know, sometimes you don't want to, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But I was actually kind of relieved to see I didn't have that moderator status anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't an honor.
Right.
Nope.
Stephanie claims she wrote more than one check in Summer's name. I hope she chokes on that fork tongue. The same next time she says exactly. I would encourage her not to come back on YouTube with Summer's name in her mouth at all, especially after that stunt she pulled last night with her "I'm not apologizing for anything" video. Don't come back. You don't do it.
Well, let's not forget that I ain't showing shit.
Yes, that was her
thing
stance.
either.
I'm
Deanna,
not
that's
showing
true.
shit.
Deanna, I believe you, but before, could you please contact one of us? I just want to make sure that this is the right person. I don't want to be like highlighting something that could be somebody trolling. I just want to verify something quick.
I think it's the real person, though.
I think so too,
yeah.
but we have to do
Yes.
our due diligence. We have to, that way nobody can say, oh, well, there was somebody was in chat trolling. It's all a lie. Deanna, I'm going to put our email in could you please email
Where's
us?
Ray? Ray is our best mod. She's always coming through with the emails. Her and Lip Lock.
Email me quick and I will give you a phone number.
Yeah. Please.
Push star 67. You could block your number.
Yeah.
There you go.
Please drop
Deanna.
our email in the chat. Thank you.
I just
it's
put it in.
Already. I see it.
We have to make sure it's.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lily.
That's a fact, Stars. Doing the right thing is more important than a damn wrench.
We can't be,
We can't be bought. Not with a wrench, not with $1. We're not bought.
Mm-mm.
Maybe a golden toilet. No.
Yes, a golden toilet.
A golden toilet might get you a little, like, I don't know.
Penny. Hey, Wee Frosty. I don't know how long you've been in here, but Stephanie showed up.
No free weed from AB.
I saw that. And his bomb.
Guess you have to find it somewhere else.
I know behind the scenes, Jen, if it's who I think it is, but I
believe you, Deanna. I do.
We do, but
yeah, no, she emailed. Yeah,
Yeah, Deanna, no offense. I mean, no disrespect, but like, I don't want anybody running and saying, oh, there was this lie and circle jerk and somebody pretending to be whatever. I have a very good idea of who you're talking about. Well, we all do, but I just want to.
Oh, and
verify.
Jamie B says, girls, it's the right person. I know her mom. Okay. We believe you.
Okay, Jamie B.
Yeah, I believe her too. I just want to, all I need to hear is the name and then she can hang up.
No, Jen P, you're good.
No, it wasn't personal. I just I just need to ask.
Well, y'all expect a hysterical live probably sometime in the morning
Middle of the
hours.
night.
Yeah, from 2 to 5 when I'm sleeping, getting ready to go to work.
No, the only reason why I was up that early in the morning when we were on the phone last night, I was dreadfully sick. I came home, I said to my kids, I'm like, I need you to feed yourselves. I need you to feed the cats. I need to go lay down. Motion of any kind just made me uncontrollably throw up. So I laid down at like what, 7:30. I slept until like, I think it was like 9. I got up, got a drink, went back to bed. Midnight, I freaking somehow called my husband. I don't know how I did it. 12:49, I called him and he was on. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I must have hit the phone on accident when I was sleeping." And then again at like 3:09, I think I woke up. And then I stayed up. But I was dreadfully sick. And actually, I think I am getting a fever because I have my hand on my leg and like my leg's burning up. Either that or my blood pressure skyrocketed. I can't tell.
Thank you, Mysterious Crimes. Sweet of you. Even if I might yell here and I'm sorry.
Yeah, we flip out over here every once in a while.
I wasn't really mad. I was just like heated. Like, you really just poked your head in. I didn't tell you to come outside.
Nobody told you to get out from underneath a rock.
Yeah.
Coming in here with still mud under your fingernails.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
The only one that's like unfazed. I just don't give a shit.
Oh, I'm not like that type of phased. But
yeah.
I'm just like the nerve. Okay, watch this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you very uncomfortable.
Wow. Way to come in here and try to make it about you.
Yeah.
And that's what I understand. We are a tiny ass channel with 1,600 subscribers. Why is everybody?
How did she even find us?
Anyway, we're just nobodies. Our little old channel in this corner of YouTube. We
Thank
got
you,
310 watching. Like, why are people so, shook by us? Oh, I'm sorry to scare you guys, Pearl.
That's right, ICO. The bank is for borrowing money, not your friends.
Not your friends. I love that comment. Your friends are for you to pick you up when you're down, to walk and talk you through whatever it is, to laugh with you, but they're not walking banks. Okay.
Just Samantha, that's on Cindy to figure out. I don't know. She said she doesn't care. Her husband will pay it. It ends now. God help the next person that thinks for 1 second that you're gonna freaking take $1 from Cindy.
Yeah, don't ever try it. Mm-mm.
She has grandbabies and kids. Her son is on short-term disability. They pay you 60% of your income. I know he's a smart boy and he has savings and all that.
All the stuff normal adults do.
You have grandbabies. She's gonna need another princess party, maybe a pony. Little Hannah. Spend your money on her.
And again, this for Cindy, and I'm not trying to speak for Cindy because she's done spoke for herself. This really was not about the money for her. What really hurt her, okay, especially this morning, was Ziggy doing that live, just putting everything out there with no thought, no regard for Cindy or anyone else for that matter, just to state her point of view, state what it is she felt, and get everybody to take on what she saw. It's just like, really? This woman has done so much for you, and for you to put that out there like that, you had no right. You want to take our wrenches and say that we don't come in your chat anymore? Oh, that's fine. I don't care. But when you brought up the rest, you just really went too far.
Lulu, there is no mediating this. I don't care if Cindy would call Tanga tomorrow and say, Tanga, you know what? I'm going to give you $10,000 just because you have awesome hair and I want you to go buy boobs or whatever. Or, it does not, it's fucking wrong. It's wrong.
Well, also the fact that it came to light that Cindy wasn't the only one that Zig accepted money from.
Right. I agree, and it's a large amount of money. And I don't think it's been very, it hasn't been presented up front as to how much.
And I don't think she told the other people that she accepted money from that she had already collected money. It wasn't until she finally had gotten this credit card that she came on and said, "Okay, guys, I'm okay. I got the money."
May Hazel is an amazing person.
She is. I love May to death.
May Hazel, yes.
There are just some people you don't fuck with on here. Bugsy is one. Opal is one. Pearl is one. Cindy is one. May is one.
Lolita is one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, May Hazel, she always speaks. I got him to sound like Frank. She always speaks facts. Even when the crowd isn't on the same page as that. She don't give a damn.
She jumps in there.
Yep.
With her invisible knitting needles.
Yes, she's always invisibly knitting. Oh, Lord. What's that mean, Ray? DFWM. What's that mean?
Don't fuck with me.
Hey.
Don't fuck with.
Oh, really?
Mom.
Really?
Don't fuck with May. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with Mom. There's
Y'all
many.
see that? Y'all see that?
Oh my gosh. I love May Hazel.
I can't believe. Yes, I can. I was going to say I can't believe Ziggy let that go on, but I can. Yeah. Wow.
Poor May.
Oh, I'm sure Meg's just fine. But she didn't deserve that. No.
No, she didn't.
See,
But Ziggy don't care about that anyway. She just calls out people any old way, takes comments however she wants to take them, and puts them on blast in a way that wasn't even intended because she doesn't want to act like she gets it, or is she really that confused?
I don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand. What do you mean, guys?
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, all right, y'all. I am done for the night. It is Sunday. I'm about ready to go watch the 90 Day Fiance and Sister Wives. So I'm out for the night. But Cindy, if you're still listening, we're still here for you. We always will be, okay?
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And, I don't want anybody to hate on anybody. I really, really don't.
This isn't about hate.
Yeah, we're not.
It's not about hate.
No,
I know, but there were people hating today on Ziggy's. Without knowing the whole story. So now, hopefully, everybody knows both sides.
Wait, people were coming at you over there?
Yeah, kind of saying, I don't have a leg to stand on if I want to sue, and saying that I shouldn't have given money if I didn't have it. And, I mean, it was so out of, took it totally out of perspective. It was, I was very sad, very, very sad.
Yeah.
And
they made it seem like it was $20 or something.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't think they had the complete story either. They were just hearing Ziggy's side as well.
Well, Ziggy kind of was putting out there that that I wanted it back right now, and I never said any of that, none of it. So I appreciate you guys coming forward and allowing me to tell my truth. And like I said, somewhere in the middle, you guys figure it out. I appreciate everyone. Thanks for the love. I'm a very loving person. I've never been unkind to no one, and this is just heartbreaking for me.
Love you,
but
Cindy.
again, I love you guys too, and love you guys in chat. And thanks for allowing me to speak. I love you, honey. And thanks, guys, for allowing me to speak. All right.
Of course, and you need to again. You can, okay?
Well,
Anytime.
This isn't going to be over. You girls know this is just the beginning of it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
It's just
hopefully,
the
like I was
beginning of
just
it.
gonna say to Ray, it ends here because if you want it to get ugly.
Well, and
No,
you're
I
not
don't want it
the
to get
only
ugly, and I don't want my
it to
name
get
used.
ugly. Nobody wants it to get ugly.
No. Just sad that this could have all been spoken about over the phone. I'm sorry that and I'm here now, and I am. And maybe somebody's going to say, well, how come you couldn't talk to her yesterday or the day before? Or, because I didn't feel like talking to anyone. No one.
Did she
Since
call
Monday,
you?
I didn't feel like.
Before
Ziggy
she
called.
got paranoid, did she call you before she
No.
found out or thought? Okay, so
No,
when
Ziggy
she
called me
saw
today after her live.
Okay, so that was when she saw a community post, assumed it was about her, got paranoid, and then started calling you. Okay.
Right.
Noted.
Not
to
calling
Ziggy.
you to check on your son.
Not saying how are
No.
you, Cindy.
She called me when she was at the U-Haul place, or I may have called her, but I don't know. And
that's irrelevant. That part's irrelevant.
I was frantic for her. So then,
of course you were.
So then we made this deal that I would lend her this money. I didn't know that she was gonna use it all. I really didn't, but so be it. She did. She's promised to pay me back. I can't say she hasn't because it's not due now. I never asked for the full amount. So then I would get a text message now and then. But like I said, guys, I'm beside myself. I don't care about the money. I don't care about Ziggy. I don't care about anybody.
Else, so she can put that back on the card.
And then she called me this morning after her live. So, just very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. But
Ray, that's a big thing.
It'll all turn out.
She said she saw it and automatically assumed it was about her.
Well,
so that was a lie too. Ray said she hasn't seen the community post last night. Is that a fib? Yeah, it is a fib.
It's a straight up fib.
Well, and she forgot what was going on with my son and I. Okay.
And we've been
I don't know
about
how.
your son too. That's because that's not. I mean, I don't want to say it's a horrible. It's very treatable, but
no, it's not because he still has the blood there. He still has brain swelling.
I know,
he has delayed reaction.
Good.
But anyway, I don't need anybody to feel sorry for me. God works in mysterious ways, so it'll all be okay. But I just don't want people to unsub from Ziggy and dislike her, and I don't know why all this happened. Really, so. I love all you guys too. I really do.
Don't stress yourself out about it.
No, but I definitely see my favorites in here. I do. A lot of you.
They're coming in here to show you love.
I know they are.
A lot of people love you, Cindy. I don't think you realize you are like beloved all across YouTube.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
And hey, look, and give any of them money.
Hey, and if anybody needs any money, I'm right there.
No, you're not. No, she's not. The wallet is closed.
That's right. Go to bed, right?
That's right.
Go to bed, Cindy.
That's the code word. Go to bed.
That's the code word for Cindy. Go to bed, Cindy.
I know. Go to bed. I know, because I was in another chat and I gave a super chat and somebody came in and said, go to bed.
That was me. I'm like, Cindy, go to bed.
Well, I wasn't going to out you.
No, I don't like telling grown-ups how to spend their own money, but I know once you get going, you keep going.
I know, I do.
We love you and we care about you.
Very much.
I know
And
you
we
guys
don't want
do.
you taken advantage of just because you're very generous and kind. That shouldn't be exploited.
I know. I know. But I did post something on the comment page of Ziggy's live, so you know, hopefully she'll read those.
I read it.
She doesn't read.
Yeah.
Way to
I mean,
go.
and it wasn't nasty or anything.
No, I don't hate her at all.
No.
So everybody knows that. None of us hate her.
I hate what
No.
she
We're
did.
disappointed.
I do.
Yes, I hate what she did. You're right.
Yes, go play bingo, Cindy. Oh my God, that's what
I
we're gonna
love
do.
bingo.
Ooh.
Go play some bingo.
When we come
I love
down,
bingo.
we'll play bingo, and we'll go to the boardwalk and we'll play those stupid games that
You know
cost
what?
$30 to win a tiny little stuffed animal.
You guys need to do that online. Play bingo. I love bingo.
I know.
Bingo's
Maybe we will.
fun.
Maybe we'll fire up a game later.
I'm
That does
telling
sound
you.
One.
Yeah, we should.
Bingo.
Anyway,
We'll have to do that.
who was talking? Somebody was talking about we don't hate Ziggy. No, we don't. We just hate what she
That was
did.
me. I don't hate
No,
her
and
at all.
if this person who said, "Oh my God," about her mom just giving her 5,000 the other day.
But grab. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
See, everybody loves you, Cindy.
Yeah. Well, I hope
And
so because
they love you even if they've never taken $1 from you. Those are the ones that
I
truly
know.
love you.
I know. And you know what, Gemini, it does take a lot of energy to hate. I mean, I never allowed my kids to even say that word growing up. You know, but I hope everybody has a nice Thanksgiving. I hope you're
Me
all
too.
blessed. Spend it with family.
I
So
agree.
it's important. And I hope
Absolutely, because
Ziggy
you
has a
don't
nice Thanksgiving too.
I do
know
too.
when the last day
I
is.
hope she is able to be with family.
I do too. You know, I wish nothing but the best for her. I mean, so
I want everybody to have a great Thanksgiving.
yeah, me too. All right, girls, I'm going to mute, and I love you all, and thank you so much for your kind words in
Love you,
chat,
Cindy.
Love
panel.
you too.
I love all you guys. Thank you.
I'm in shock.
Right?
Sorry, because you guys know I've been out of the loop and I'm hearing everything new, and I'm just,
I told you to catch up with this live.
I just can't believe it.
I think we've run out of words.
I
It
had to mute for
sucks.
a second. Hold on.
I don't know. I guess I don't have any more. I don't have any more to say on it.
Oh, sorry, guys. I was getting an update on the oil change. That's all over my driveway.
Hush puppy, right? People need to know that the word no is a complete sentence and use that more often.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, guys, I just had to mute for a little bit. As I was saying, yeah, I don't know what to say, actually. And do you know what gets me most is a lot of Ziggy subs and supporters try to give her some bit of advice, but she never hears it, never wants to know, totally ignores it, and just does her own thing. And the more you tell her, the more you try to guide her or give her the advice that she needs, she always does the opposite.
Yep.
Yep.
And perfect example would be the ex-boyfriend. I don't know if I'm just going to bring it up. You know, everyone told her what they thought, how wrong it was. Did she listen? No. She went and spent how much money on him just to get closer to him, just to be with him. So I'm going to say to you, that desperate. Like, what is wrong with you? You use other people's money to fund a lifestyle of you to get closer to someone that really at the end of the day was not that much into you. So you hurt people that were there to support you, that were willing to give you guidance, willing to fund, help you out in any financial way. And that's the thank you they got by you just throwing money away. You really need to learn how to firstly go get a job. You really need to go get a job, even if it means part-time. Go get a job. And then you need to learn how to budget the money. And all this money that people have given you, what have you done with it? Where is it? Do you still have any of it left? Or have you just thrown it on bullshit? And you know what?
$5,000 for Christmas. I have 4 kids and I've never even spent $5,000 on Christmas.
And another
Go
thing,
on, I'm sorry.
Learn how to cook. Really? You're going to throw all your money on, what does she throw it on?
DoorDash.
Takeaway food. DoorDash, which is so expensive. Learn how to bloody cook. If it's not for you, stop being selfish and do it for your child.
Right. Go to the grocery store. It's a real place.
Even me as a mother, I've got to make gourmet meals every day because that's just how my children are. But having said that, you don't have to be a cook. You can make something small. And if it means you're having to make yourself a toast with, I don't know, whatever type of food you need to make, but make sure your daughter is fed and taken care of. Because at the end of the day, you're setting an example for her. And I don't like to bring children into this at all, but this is the example that you're setting for her. And it's wrong. I've got one child that's the same age as your daughter, and he is getting a job. He is a straight-A student. He is going great at school. He wants to work, has his license to drive. He wants to be more independent. That's how you should bring up your children. She needs to
My
have
13-year-old made
your
salmon and green beans last night.
There you go. Your children are not your friends. Yeah, you want to have a great relationship and be able to guide them too, but you still have to be a mother to them, a parent to them. You still need to guide them. And by you being the way you are and you doing the things that you're doing is not the right way. So for once in your life, listen to what people are trying to tell you and do the right thing. And don't you dare say anything towards Cindy and lie, because the receipts are there. So leave her alone. She even now won't even speak badly about you. Even till now. I would have done the total opposite.
And don't even think about putting out an illegally recorded phone call. Don't you dare.
Another thing. This is becoming a joke. And this isn't, and this, Cinder's not the only person. And also, subs, open up your eyes. Look, we all liked Ziggy. We all, felt some type of, we wanted to be there for her. We wanted to support her. We wanted to do so many things. But open your damn eyes, okay? Because these aren't lies. We've got, the proof is there. And poor Cindy had to come out after what Ziggy did this morning, which I haven't even heard. But Cindy felt like she was obligated. She had to come out and speak her own truth. It's just wrong. Sorry, guys. That's just how I feel. I'm just really disappointed. And it's time for some growing up to do and time to go get a job.
And
I
anybody
think it's
that
time for.
knows,
Oh, go
anybody
ahead.
that knows Cindy knows that she is 100% telling the truth. And whatever she says, you can believe her. She is not lying about anything. And I've been, this is Opal, y'all. I've been kind of quiet because I'm sick and I'm coughing really bad. But I can tell you one thing about Cindy. She will tell you the truth. And she is not lying about any of it. So I better not see people bashing her in any chat because I will go off on them. And that's just what I have to say about it.
Yep.
Because she is my friend, heart times a million.
And you know, she had someone else that used to pay her way for everything, pay everything for her, pay her bills, used to, you know, get her out of it all. Unfortunately, God rest his soul, he's not around anymore. Okay, I didn't want to mention her ex, but God rest his soul. But it's, you know, and I'm sorry for your loss there. But there's no one now to get you out of things. Stop preying on your subs and the people that you know that are soft and kind-hearted and that you know will get you out. Enough is enough. Start being a responsible adult for yourself and your child and take care of your own the way everyone else does. Everyone's got their own issues. There's so many single parents here online. They all do what they have to do. And it's time for you to do that too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
This
we're
is sad.
speechless. Yeah.
Yeah, Cindy's not dishonest.
No, not at all.
And I was
all.
saying to YouTube dumpster firefighter, I spoke about this before back on Halloween. I know it's a long, cold winter for a lot of people. A lot of people with littles are stressing the holidays. So I think after Thanksgiving, like I said before, we're going to have people make Amazon wish lists for their kids and then post them in our community page, and I'll start picking off of them. Because nobody deserves that kind of stress. It's stressful enough. And you're not taken away from me. My kids are spoiled. I don't even know what the hell to get for them. It's Christmas every day here. So don't
Mine
worry
are the
about me.
same, so I'll be willing to help
Yeah.
also wherever I can.
And then the income tax fairy comes shortly after. You know, there were so many years I didn't even get an income tax return because of my student loans. The IRS intercepted my returns for a decade. So then when I finally started getting them again, we called it the income tax fairy. If it takes a little bit of stress off of somebody, then it's worth it.
It is, Dottie.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we kind of watched the patterns and were blind to it. And then shit got real. Exposed her through this video. I love her. Yeah, no, we weren't here to degrade or kick anybody while they're down. We didn't even want to ever speak of this. And our hand was forced. And lots of shit was said. We never experienced loss. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even get me started.
No, we just had to handle the loss like a grown-up. That's all.
Yes, universal love. I agree. Griffey.
That's right, Griffey.
Ah.
I got audited one year, and so I turned around and I sent them 100 pages, literally 100 pages of everything that I claimed to write off. Because anyway, they never bugged me again.
Yeah, I bet.
I thought I had to put it into one of those
took
big
6 months.
It did. It took them a long time, but they didn't bother me anymore.
Oh my god, yeah, maybe I should try that. I don't think I've ever been audited. I did have to pay in.
Well, that's the only
twice.
time I've ever been audited. And I thought, are you for real?
I wonder if they like randomly pick you.
Could be.
Like it's a total, like a computer picks a random return too.
I was their flunky that month.
Yeah, because who saves like receipts and stuff?
Well, anymore you have that technology. I mean, if I go in, I can look up all my receipts on Amazon.
Yeah, now we do. Yeah.
Now, I know a long time ago, oh my gosh, I'd have to keep a box with receipts in it. It was maddening. I'm not an organized person, so it drove me crazy.
Back in our day.
Back in our day.
We had paper receipts and we had to keep them in a folder and walk 15 miles up a hill in the snow.
Both ways.
Both ways to file our taxes.
I just heard it. That's why we could walk to school, is because they walked to school in 10 feet of snow and
lip lock back in my day.
I love it, lip lock.
The tax man would come with a baseball bat.
You guys get tax crazy over there, don't you?
Yes, we
Don't forget
do.
the brass knuckles.
Yeah. Oh my God, we were just talking about this the other night. What the hell? My husband was spitting fire. What did I say? He paid a little over $30,000 in taxes just this year.
It's horrible.
And he was cursing. Yes, because we were trying to plan ahead, and yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't even look because I'm gonna puke.
And a lot of it is Social Security that
So
we
when
may
you guys
have.
get paid, do they not pull out the tax at the same time? So then whatever you get paid is clean money, or then do you have to take the tax out of what you get paid? Like, how does it work?
It depends. Most places where you work, they will have payroll who takes all the taxes out for you.
Yeah.
Your Social Security, your federal, your local taxes.
That's what we have. Yeah.
And then some people get paid where they don't have taxes taken out. And like, okay, for instance, I see this commonly on YouTube. People who are not employed have state-funded Medicaid,
right,
food stamps. And they say that YouTube income gets reported to the IRS. Just because it gets reported to the IRS doesn't mean people are always honest in paying their taxes, and a lot of them don't report it to the state agencies. So sometimes they pay taxes, sometimes they don't. If
smart.
You get caught up with the IRS, trust and believe they will garnish your wages.
You betcha.
If you get caught. And if you get caught getting state assistance, they will kick you off and charge you with welfare fraud. My local newspaper has a special section, and every couple months there will be a 8-paragraph page of everyone who is charged with welfare fraud. From Medicaid to LIHEAP to, oh my God, food stamps. Because they don't report their income, and eventually It gets found out. You can't cheat the system for long. They do catch up.
Even though they cheat us sometimes.
Yeah, all the time.
So
You know, like
is
with
Thanksgiving this weekend?
it's this Thursday.
Is
And
it?
then
Yeah, I
Black
didn't even
Friday
know.
is Friday.
I know I
Freaking
lose
days run
track.
together.
I lose track.
Because
Yeah,
even
so
in
do
Australia
I.
now, we've adapted the Black Friday thing, which is great. So now I'm looking up all the sales. I'm like, oh, Black Friday's coming.
See, my
What can we buy?
kids hate turkey. My kids have never liked turkey or Thanksgiving dinner. So we would start shopping already on Thanksgiving. And then it just keep shopping into Black Friday. And then Saturday, because we would have all these free turkeys, our employers both give us turkeys. And then all the store points you rack up from shopping with your store card, they give you a free turkey. So we end up with 6 turkeys. And most of them we donate, but 2 of them we keep. We make one for ourselves, and then we make one so the
That's horrible.
outside cats can see. With the gas prices, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And the heating oil. I told you guys. I showed you my receipt.
Yes.
What it cost for 5 weeks of heating oil. I could have thrown up.
Yeah, because that's like that's horrible.
Yeah, it's expensive for everybody. Nobody has it easy unless you're, in the 1%. They don't even know what their bills are because they don't pay them. They have accountants and people. They don't even check their bank accounts. They don't have to budget or worry about what it costs.
There's some inexpensive ways to make food and good stuff too.
There absolutely is. And there's like a million things you can do with like one single ingredient.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be quiet from complaining about the gas then. That's horrible. Meat's expensive. Milk's expensive. Eggs are expensive. Everything's so high.
There's Canada, she said $8.50 a gallon in Canada. Do they sell it by the gallon or by the liter? I know some places they sell it by the liter, and it equals to like $8.
We're by the liter.
Oh my god! See, my vehicles are gas hogs. I have a Mercedes with a huge engine, a truck with a huge engine, and then an SUV that's a regular 4-cylinder. But that doesn't get much better gas mileage than everything else. And then it's the freaking car, the Mercedes. Everything is more expensive, of course, which I did not think about prior to buying it. It takes double the amount of oil. So to save money, instead of taking it to a garage, we did it ourselves, and there's oil all over the driveway. But that's life. That's,
Anyway, ladies, I've got to jump off because some of us do have a real job to attend to. It is Monday, yeah?
Yes, you got to go to work. I got to start.
We love you, Buttercup.
Love you, ladies, and I'll chat with yous. Okay? Bye, everyone.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good night.
I guess.
Good morning. Good day.
Bye. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Oh my God. Catalytic converters are disgustingly expensive. I had one that broke a couple of years ago and the exhaust broke, and that alone was, they're nuts. They're freaking nuts. Now, a lot of places, I think you have to show ID to even try to sell them. Scary times indeed.
Bye, C12. You have a wonderful day too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna end.
I'm starving.
Yeah, we're almost 3 hours in.
Cheesecake
I'm gonna
jello.
go make some salmon.
It's good.
And green beans.
It's in the
Spanish cheesecake. It's really heavy.
milk section. It's I love it.
It was cheesecake jello.
It's
pudding.
It's like a pudding, but it's cheesecake, and then there's like a strawberry stuff on top.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Almost like a shooter, what Applebee's used to have, which don't anymore. But it's good.
Y'all keep
love her.
Keep Cindy and her son in your prayers, please.
Yeah, we'll talk to her
Love you,
tonight.
stars.
Make sure she's occupied and not upset. I'm gonna play bingo later after dinner.
Anybody?
All right, good night.
Time to go to bed.
I don't even want to say thank you for coming because this wasn't ever supposed to happen, but
yeah, sorry,
take
y'all.
from it what you will.
Take care, everyone. Much love.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Yeah, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah. And I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down,